Shout out to Kopish.
Shout out to Kopish, guys.
Keep all the good work
the
up.
two legends, Emil Heskey, Howard Gill. Can't get much better than that guy. Yeah. You know what to do now. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm with legends, guys.
Kopish.
Good evening, lovely people. I hope you're well. Welcome back to another Monday night live show. We are Team Kop-Ish, man like Matt Drifty. My name is Callum. As always, when we get behind the mic, please make sure you subscribe, comment, and like. Got some very interesting topics to speak about this evening. Goncalo Inacio has been linked with Liverpool for the second summer in a row, alongside our biggest rival. We also will be speaking about the future of Kelleher, who wants to be a number one. What does that mean for him and for Liverpool Football Club? Going to be speaking about Sepp Vandenberg. Barely kicked the ball for Liverpool, but we want 20 million for him, or else we are not selling, apparently. And we are also going to speak about the interest or rumoured interest in Alan Varela, the Porto defensive midfielder. How are you doing this evening, boys? Yeah, life comes at you fast. Still.
Yeah, that comment there.
Life comes at you fast.
Yeah, it kind of sums it up right now.
Life comes at you fast. Yeah, what are you saying, boys? How you guys doing?
Yeah, not too bad, bro. I'm trying to keep an eye on anything Liverpool. Few things banded about. One thing I will say, because I don't think it's even on the agenda. I think Slot officially started on the 1st of June, right? 3 days ago, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yes.
But we ain't heard not one thing from my man, you know. Not
head
one.
Coach, isn't it?
Yeah, don't know, he's head coach, but normally like there's like a little interview or something, or where he just speaks about how happy he is, ready to take. Don't get me wrong, there may be because of the Euros, it's been a bit of an up and down kind of thing, but it's a bit, I don't know. Did you guys think about that? Or you it's not nothing, it's obviously nothing, but did you think about it though?
I thought something would have happened today, personally.
With it being Monday, innit?
Yeah, I did think.
We're saying Slot's getting cold feet.
Could you imagine? Oh no, I don't want to live in a world like that. That'd be crazy.
Nah, it can't be. But I will say it is kind of mad though that not one thing, nothing. All we got was Arne Slot has now joined Liverpool, and that was it. That was it, bro.
Maybe they're just keeping. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. It's a tough one. We have gone out like above and beyond for Klopp's farewell. Rightly so, by the way.
Maybe so then why announce the manager? This is also to drift.
This might be the plan, though, Matt. They might just be thinking, he's not. I don't know. He might just not want that like hoo-ha about it. He might just want to get his head down and work.
Nah, you gotta say you can't join any team in not have a sort of press release.
All right, I'm gonna play devil's advocate as
that even happens on Football Manager, bro.
No. Yeah,
when you know Football Manager, I think you can
simulate the answers.
Simulate, yeah. That's what my man's doing now, bro.
Genuinely though, boys, what would he gain from his press conference?
Just to kind of
clarity.
Just clarity a bit of what? When you hear someone speak, you can see their tone, like what, like. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like
it feels like a long distance relationship on some pen pal thing. Man, ain't even seen a picture yet, blood.
Pen pal is old school.
Pen pal is
pen pal is old school.
Trust.
Half the chat probably don't even know what a pen pal is, bro.
I don't think they do, bro.
That's old school. I just about understand what pen pal is.
I don't even know how pen pal would have worked. But like that's what this feels like, bro. It feels like some man's just getting letters and you got to pretend you know what their voice sounds like. You don't even know what they look like. Ain't even got the picture paper clipped in the top corner yet. You're not there yet. You're just getting the written word right now. You're like, yo, what is this?
The thing is, I still think there'll be something this week. But like I said, I don't think there's anything to worry about. But I was just quite shocked that like, it's the third now. And it's a Monday. You might have just thought they might do something now, innit? So
I know exactly what you're laughing at, bro.
Yeah, that one caught me off guard, man.
For real.
I feel like I am.
Look, I'm relatively relaxed about it. The club's announced it.
Mm.
I'm relatively relaxed. I'm surprised we haven't done anything, but I'm not worried.
No, I'm not worried. No, there's nothing to worry about. Like I said, I was just a bit. I don't know if shocked is the right word, but
like, yeah, you know, the man them are like, but you ain't really got a girl, blood. We ain't seen her, we ain't heard from her. But yeah, whatever, bro. What's her name then? What's her name, innit? Don't give me jokes, bro.
Right, let's move on to the topics then, boys. We've been linked again, or should I say, Fabrizio has said we're linked with or interested in Inacio. He said this on his YouTube channel, spoke about this. And look, let's be real. Going into, last summer, we said we wanted a left-footed centre back if Trent's going to be doing the invert. We never got that. This summer, it seems as though we want it even more. We've been linked with Pacho, Colwell, and Cape. Who else have we been linked? We've been loosely linked with Kilman, and now we've been linked with Inacio.
Yeah.
Now, we could have signed Inacio last summer, if I'm not mistaken, for his release clause of about 40 million. Now it's around 60 mil. So, from a business aspect, not the smartest play, if that's what we were going to do. What, slot, yeah? No, I could never.
No way.
Never. Could
Man
never. I'm done with football if that happens. I'm not even going to lie to you. I'm done.
Could you imagine though? Like the only
done.
thing we saw of Slot was that picture when it was announced. And remember, it wasn't like it was
done.
Basically AI generated.
Imagine if a video leaked that somebody recorded on their phone of him bottling it during the announcement video.
I don't know what man would even say. I can't do this, man.
Like no video, like behind the camera, like you can even see wires in the way, and you can just hear him like, nah. Do you know what? I've changed my mind. No, I can't do this. I can't do this, you man.
I made a mistake.
You know, like a man who thought he could do the bungee jump, but he's up there now, and he's like, nah, I can't do this.
That would be me. That would be me.
That would be crazy. Yeah, I ain't doing no bungee jumping. That would be me, 100%. I ain't doing the heights thing, mad.
No, if I didn't think, if it wasn't such a scare of dying, I would enjoy that type of stuff. I just wouldn't do it for the fear of it. But I'd love to jump out of an aeroplane, but I respect my life too much. But I know I'd enjoy the buzz of the actual thing. So yeah, I'm a roller coaster fiend. Like I love all that shit.
Forget that, bro.
I like roller coaster now, but I just want to do the bungee jumping thing.
But it's only for the safety, though, isn't it? Or is it you're actually just shook of the actual?
No, because I can do the high roller coasters and stuff, and I don't know that stuff.
Yeah. That's what I mean. It's only the safety element. I love that adrenaline rush.
Yeah, it's knowing that there's a cable, and I know there's safety cable, but if that thing mash up, you're done. And I guess you could say the same thing about a roller coaster, but I guess when you actually look at it, it just looks worse, innit?
You have a false sense of security in a roller coaster because you're in something.
Yeah. You feel more protected in it, so to speak.
Although bungee jumping over water is all right, though, I guess, because you'll land in the water.
No,
that don't help me.
No, from that height, when you hit the water, bro, you're breaking bones.
Yeah, I'm about to say.
No, but obviously you wouldn't get you'd get that, and then it would snap, and it would have took a lot of the tension out of it, and then you'd land.
It depends how far you're falling from, though, when it breaks. Because, bro, I'm not gonna lie to you. If you know, as they say, if your face smacks the water, it's almost like a punch, like that.
No, it'd be worse.
Oh yeah. It's like concrete.
It'll be the
there's
worst
a certain
punch
speed,
of all time.
and it is like concrete.
It'll break your face. Yeah.
I don't even jump down the stairs anymore, you man. So I ain't doing none of that. So I ain't doing none of that.
Do you know when I stopped doing that? Wild tangent. You lot have been in my house, right? So you know, upstairs to downstairs, in my mum's house. You know, the banister is right in the middle of the passageway. So you come down the stairs and you go like that, and you go back down. I jumped from the top step. Yeah, madness. But I used to do the thing where I would lean down as far as I could to grab the banister and then do the swing. You know when you
swing and then kind of
and I made it over the banister like the plan was, but my t-shirt caught the banister, and the way it whipped me back into the thing, I was like, yeah, I ain't never doing that again. and that was it, bro.
Yeah,
bro. But that's what you do when you're 30, 14. You just think you're a bad man, isn't it?
Yeah, not with these ankles and knees at this age.
Yeah,
fast track to A&E.
The
Fast track.
ankles.
Nah, I'd be a
What
mess.
we saying,
I'd
the
be a mess.
calf muscles ain't gonna hold up.
Nah, but I'll be done, bro. I do not jump out of steps or nothing anymore. It's long to do that.
Yo,
What? Not even the 2 steps when you're running. Like if you're running up or downstairs, you don't even do the double step no more. It's just
if I'm going up, I might do the double down. No, what for me to miss
you know
one?
what? Funny you say that. The last time
Doing all this on the step. Nah, bro. Mess up my tailbone and all that. You're mad,
bro, the last time I jumped, in fact, I'm trying to think. When was this? About 3 years ago when I mashed up my ankle, bro. Coming down the
running.
steps.
You were running, innit?
Running, bro. Running. And I thought, yeah, just take a couple of steps. Ankle burst. Yeah, man.
Stop saying it like that, bro, because it makes me have like a vision of an ankle actually popping.
Bro, when your
and then it
ankle
makes it creeps me out.
The thing is,
bro.
I didn't break it. It was just a bad sprain. That's probably why I sprained it again a couple of years later.
Oh, flipping, no.
Right. So yeah, boys, left centre back. All right. So we've said we want one. Is it just us being greedy, or do we actually need one? Drift, I'll start with you. Do we actually need a left-footed left centre back? And if so, why?
See, here's the crazy thing, Cal. Now that we've got a new manager, we kind of have to throw away all the feelings we had about. Yeah, do you get what I mean? Because we now have no idea. That's the reason why we want the man to come in. We don't even necessarily need him, as in we need him, but we need to know the plan. We need to know the plan. It'll basically, what's happening right now is like, I called you, man. I'm like, you, man, Tuesday the 14th, keep it free. Yeah, cool. No, keep Tuesday the 14th free, you, man. All day, keep that day free. Wow, what we doing? I'll let you, man, know in a bit, and just make sure you keep that. But it's the 13th, and you are like, yo, what's happening tomorrow, bro? Why we had to keep? And you have no idea what I've got planned, what I'm gonna do, what you need to wear, where we're going, how much money you need. You don't know nothing. That's how we feel right now. We don't know what players we need, what formation we're gonna play, what's the strategy, what's your plans, what's your ambition. We don't know anything about what the. That's why we want the interview. We just want to know. We just want to know. So how can we think about what we need, bro? Like, we can think about what we thought we needed before he came in. And yeah, we did need a left-sided centre-back because we believe one of the left-backs should go. And we won't cover because we got PTSD from the fact that we always get defensive injuries. And a few of our defenders are kind of injury-prone. So you got to make sure you're always, stacked now. After the 2021 season, we're never, ever going to think too many centre-backs is enough because of what happened during that season. We got PTSD in it. So,
yeah.
It's like a yes and a no, bro. Do you know what I'm saying?
I hear it. Matt, I'm gonna slightly pivot based off what Drift said. If we were to get a left-footed centre-back who could also hopefully play left-back, which out of the two left-backs would you want to see go? Not which one who you think will go, because I think that's pretty obvious. Which one out of the two would you sell if you were manager? Or if you were part of the recruitment staff?
It probably still would be Tsimikas. Probably.
I want to know.
However, I think he's a little bit younger than Robbo, but I think Tsimikas has looked a little bit disinterested after last season, but probably because he wasn't played enough. I think out of the two of them, I think Robbo's got a bit more of that kind of passion, I think. I don't know. Robbo, the thing is, Tsimikas hasn't really been given a chance, but
I'm going to push back here. I want to push back, Matt, because you just mentioned the word that if me or Drifty mentioned, you'd tear into us. Why should
when I say passion? When I say passion, I mean like Robbo's a captain material, whereas like I don't think Tsimikas is. I feel like Robbo can maybe handle not playing week in, week out, maybe a little bit better than Tsimikas, maybe because of experience as well. Don't get me wrong, Robbo will be annoyed just as well as Simi, but I think Robbo being a captain of Scotland gives him maybe that extra, that not an experience. But in terms of like playing time, you could arguably say Tsimikas is a bit fresher, but I think Tsimikas looks a little bit disillusioned at Liverpool, bro. Like, and it was because of last season where he did get the injury, but then when he came back from injury, he hardly ever played. Robbo came back and Robbo kind of reinserted himself in the team, even though I don't think he was amazing, but I think Tsimikas didn't really get looking. And yeah, I think if we're being real, Tsimikas, I don't know. I don't want to lose either of them because I thought Tsimikas can still do a job. But if we had to lose one, probably Simi. Probably.
Jamrock knows. You see this player here. Remember when we did the whole the buy-in show that we did recently? This was the guy I was talking about. It looks like he's going Juve though.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I heard his name get branded about.
Calafiori, is that how you say it?
Talented man.
Was he Italian? Is he Italian?
Yeah, it's talented.
Oh yeah, I've heard of him. Yeah, if he's that's yeah.
All right, I'm gonna throw a spanner in the works here, boys. We say we want a left-footed centre back who can also play left back. That means Tsimikas could go. Are we not thinking though we still need to buy another left back if Tsimikas is moved on? Why not, Drift? In your opinion?
Because if we got a left-sided centre back, I would want it to be one who can play left back if he's really needed to.
Okay, so hold that there. Robbo gets injured and he's got to play there, and then we need to rest Virgil. What happens then?
No, but we also got Joey. And Joey can play on both flanks. And the fact that we've got Trent and we've got Bradley means that we're actually all right at right back, even if Joey played left back forever. So having that flexibility within the team, and if for whatever reason we did continue to invert, Joey's actually better at doing the inverted thing, because that's the reason why Klopp played in. I remember we had arguments about this at the time, and people were rigid. Before everyone realised how good he was like, why is he playing him at left back? It was because he wanted, when we go to the three at the back from the invert, it's a natural centre back that's on that side. So yeah, I think we'll be all right. I mean, if I'm being honest with you, if you go based off of what's happened in the last 12 months, you start the season and Joey is your left back. Like if we're being about who earned the right to play, you start next season and Joey's actually the left back. Do you know what I mean? But obviously we wouldn't do that based on the fact that we have a proper left back in Robbo and Tsimikas. But yeah, like if you're going off of who earned the right to play, it would actually be Joey. You'd have Bradley or Trent at right back, and you'd have Joey at left back, first game of the season. So I think we'll be all right. But the only problem is then if Joey becomes a full-time fullback, then you definitely need another centre-back because you've only got 3 centre-backs.
I can hear you, but I can't see any of you guys moving, so I don't know if I'm frozen or if you guys are frozen.
Yeah.
I'm grinning.
It's a completely fine freeze. Otherwise, I would have removed you from the team.
I can hear, but I can't see barely. Matt, your thoughts? The last screenshot I've got is when Drift said you could use Joey at left back, and you put your arms out to say, as in, yeah, I agree. Is that what I get from that?
Yeah, I agree with that because I think I spoke about it. Yeah, it was last Monday when we were talking about Gomez's future. I think it was during middle of the week last week. Basically said like how I felt he was hard done by not playing left back towards the end of the season, even though Robbo stepped in, and we had our best form when Gomez was inverting when Trent was inverting and Gomez was playing at left back. We were more defensively sound, so Gomez can definitely play there. And so plus also as well.
I don't know if Gomez and Trent play together.
No, they did, bro. Oh no, or was it Bradley?
I think it was Brad. I think Trent got injured.
No, Gomez did. No.
Trent and Gomez must have. They must.
Oh no, they did. Sorry, they did.
They did. Because remember when Robert got injured in the internationals with the shoulder thing. Gomez.
Tsimikas stepped in for that, bro, and then Tsimikas got injured against Arsenal.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
But Trent was injured at the beginning. But I'm sure by the time Trent came back, Joey did play a left back for some of the games. I'm sure he did.
The thing is, he may not be a traditional left back, Joe Gomez, but he can definitely play there. Plus, the reason why I kind of made that I went like this is because about the 2 youth man as well. You got Owen Beck, and there's another one, I forgot his name. There's another one from the youth that we could even have a look at because you look at Colin Bradley.
For right back or for left back?
For left back. There's another left back. We got 2. I forgot another person's name. Owen Beck and I forgot who the other one is. People, chat. What's the other person? Luke Chambers. That's it. So you got Luke Chambers and Owen Beck.
Oh yeah, how can I forget about Chambers?
Remember, you don't know what they're gonna look like in preseason. They could do a Bradley, so to speak, and like just be ready. Like they might not be first choice, but be ready. And if there's any type of injuries, you got one of them man there. So you got them man there, and you got Gomez.
But if you're Slot in your first year when you got to prove you're worthy of being here, you ain't taking the risk with people like Beck, and Chambers. I don't think.
No, bro, no. What I'm saying is this, yeah. We don't know his tactics or the formation he's going to want to play. We can only guess, right? Let's say that he does invert Trent. I reckon he'll play Joe Gomez left back. Personally, that's what I think he'll do. If he doesn't, it means it's because he's going to buy a left-sided centre back, which I think is what we need for balance anyway. Because going back to what Kyle was originally talking at the beginning of the show, with Matip leaving, yeah, we need another centre back anyway. And I do feel like being left-footed that can potentially play left back will be an added bonus for us. It brings balance to the squad as well, having a left-sided centre back.
So I'm saying that's the reason I don't think Chambers and what's his name probably won't really get much game time because Slot ain't got time for kids to make mistakes when he's trying to impress.
But if you've still got Robertson and Tsimikas ain't sold, and you got Gomez and you got the Utes them.
Oh, yeah. In that regard, yeah.
But let's just say Tsimikas is sold. Would you be okay with Gomez, Robbo, and the two Utes? Owen Beck and Luke Chambers.
If we bought a left-sided centre back that can play left back at our push, yeah, because then Chambers or Beck playing would be fourth choice, and then that would mean something really bad happens, and you just hope that would never be the case.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. There's options there. There is options there.
Beck might be the truth,
Well,
I know, but Slot can't take the risk in his first year, though, Kyle. That's what I was saying to Matt. Like, when you're trying to impress and you're new at the job, relying on kids and the youth system is very brave and risky.
But haven't we got
not many managers, I think,
it might not be a risk, It might not be a big as risk as you think.
But you got to think about it from his point of view, though, innit? You have to think about it from the manager's point of view. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's a massive risk.
Owen Beck's tidy,
Owen Beck could be like a kind of Bradley type thing,
All right, Stevie is fully capable of being able to carry a plate to the dinner table. But if you just cook the best meal you've ever cooked in your life for someone you're trying to impress in a business meeting, he might be able to do it. He probably will. Chances are, though, you or the missus are going to carry the plate. You're not going to get Stevie to do it.
That's a phenomenal analogy. I have no rebuttal. I don't know if you do, Matt. I've got a rebuttal to that.
You probably wouldn't. You wouldn't.
I wouldn't. That's a phenomenal.
You're just going to think to yourself, I'm going to do it because there is that slight risk that it could happen.
I'm not going to lie, bro. I ain't got a rebuttal to that.
However, there's no rebuttal.
Second year, though.
Yeah.
All the kids can probably get some game time if he proves himself in the first year and everything will be all sweet. Be very shocked if he does it.
No rebuttal, but there's always going to be that one person that will just allow that, though. There will always be one person. There's not even a rebuttal. It's more, how much are you willing to risk? There will always be one person that will just think, no, man, they do all the time, man. It's calm. And they could live with the results. Could be good or bad, innit? So.
On a real, how did you think of that one, bro?
But I don't know how my brain works. It just does.
That one was.
We're
that
still waiting for the book, fam.
Where's that one. I'm not gonna lie. That one's up there. Like I'm slightly in awe of that one. I'm like,
I genuinely don't know. My brain's always been like that. It's just I don't know, bro.
Right, Kyle is really getting told off by FSG, bro.
The wickedest thing is this thing was so good for about a month, and now all of a sudden it's gone back to
being mad.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on today.
It was doing it all right for like a couple of weeks, brother. It was fine, and then all of a sudden it's just gone back to it.
I know. A couple of people have said it. I wanted to ask: is a left back more important, or is a left centre back more important than buying a right back this summer?
Oh yeah. We don't need a right back, bro. We don't need a right back.
Oh, Matt.
Yeah.
Say that again. What was the question? Left back or left sided?
Is buying a left-sided centre back or a left-footed centre back more important than buying a right back?
Yeah, it is. It is because all right.
How do you scale it? If a left centre back's 10 out of 10, what would you say a right back is in your opinion?
If a left back is 10 out of 10, a right back, because you could put like
we don't need a right back, guys.
No.
We need a right back.
Because what it does is it frees.
I'm hearing a certain man's cooking in midfield tonight. Still,
it frees up.
We've got Joey and we've got Bradley.
No, but we can't. Joey can't do everything.
Yeah.
I mean, he can, if that makes sense. But what's
But
gonna
the fact that
happens if we
Trent
leave it
is
left back?
actually a right back as well means there's left back and right back both have 3 options. We got
Bruv, have you
3
seen an
options
interview
on
with Trent
both.
where they asked where the reporter said, "Do you see yourself as a midfielder now?" This is what Trent did. Well, it's up to the manager. Like, I just see myself as a footballer. I just see myself. As long as I'm on the bruv, he done everything that he could to not basically say I want to be a midfielder without basically he wanted to say I want to be a midfielder without saying I want to be a midfielder without disrespecting the new manager because he doesn't know the new manager's plans just yet, or the new manager's already told him and he can't say just yet. It's one of them ones in my opinion. But in terms of the whole right back thing, I'm not gonna lie to you. If we get a right back, like hate going back to his old team slot, but go and get Gertruda, yeah, and that frees that Trent to go cook in midfield.
Would you not be a little worried though if his first transfer was like one of his previous players? You'd be like, oh god,
All
he's
right,
bottling it.
Hear this. If
He's just doing the what I know thing rather than
if it's
like,
Gertruda,
sorry, Gertruda or this guy, man.
I'm not sold on Mazraoui.
You're not sold on Mazraoui?
Yeah, like do you know what it is? I think maybe because he's buying stay wasn't
Matt, I thought he'd be your type of right back.
No. He's good, but I feel like you can kind of like there's certain players I think that can get at him. Like he is good, don't get twisted. But
Mazraoui is cold.
Bruv, Gertrude's got I don't know, bruv. He's more like what's the word I'd say?
Mazraoui was cooking against Arsenal.
I think Mazraoui would be cold.
There's something about Mazraoui. I don't know what it is, bro. Like he's good, yeah, but I don't know if I would want him as my starting right back.
Shall I tell you what the appeal for Gertruda for me is? In the same way a left-footed centre back.
Okay, versatile, isn't it?
The versatility. Gertruda can play right back, left back, centre back, and DM. So we would effectively have two bona fide right backs and Joey who can cover there, 2 bona fide left backs and Joey can cover there, and we'd have 4 centre backs plus the left-footed centre back. We'd be sorted in defence. We probably wouldn't have to touch defence again for a couple of years.
But that's if we get that left-sided centre back, which I think is actually imperative. Because remember,
I think
why don't you get both?
No, this is what we should be doing.
That's what you do.
Remember, we've lost Matip.
Mazraoui can play right back and left back. Gertruda can play all the way across the back. So just get both, and then you're completely like.
Oh no, that would be overkill, bro.
Bruv, that's how we win everything, bruv. This is how we move.
I would go and get a centre back and a right back.
Yeah. We do have space, bro. We do have space. You find space, bruv. You know, like when you come home and you can't put things in the freezer, take it out of the box. Now the bag will squeeze in. Yeah, bruv, you find space.
No, I hear that.
The only problem is that though the freezer food ain't homegrown though.
The food ain't homegrown.
Right at the bottom, there's a couple of rice and peas that you've.
I hear that, but see how when we used to that little transfer show thing, like that. Here's the thing, yeah.
You lot are finally getting after 3 years of me banging on about. You're finally getting in.
No. I understand.
We've got to think about it, and I never hear anyone else care about it. That's what.
Because the other teams have addressed it and they've been going along. We haven't.
No, but just one of them ones where you just kind of say, "Sort it out, bro." Just sort it out. One of them ones. But you know what though? Losing Matip is a big thing for Liverpool. We have to get a centre back regardless. Whether the person's left-footed or not, the centre back has to be there. You can't lose Matip and then just have Kwanzaa, Van Dijk, and Ibu. Even though Joey can play there. Joey, in my opinion, is now more seen as a right back or left back, in my opinion.
I don't like players who are leaving that are like characters. I know people think it's really stupid to think about these things, but characters in the dressing room count. And I think people like Matip were really good, positive role model characters in the dressing room. And you just hope with them leaving, other people can pick up the mantle of being that motivator, that good character, the person who makes the joke, keeps everyone's spirits up. Because that stuff is important. You don't want a lot of, like, with all due respect, you lot know I'm not being shady here. If we had like a lot of players in the team that was like an Endo, who's like just quiet and introverted, it'd be really difficult to have that like team. Do you get what I mean? Like, do you remember like how Naby used to be very quiet and to himself? Like Endo's like that. Like you can only have one or two of those types of players, and then you need the bubbly people, the people who pick people up, make the jokes, like Simicast, Matip, those guys who like pick everyone
You
up.
need a balanced dressing room, 100%.
Yeah, you do.
You can't just have
And
a team.
Matip's one of the people who does that. Even injured, there, cheerleading, being in the dressing room, keeping everybody's spirits up, whatever. Like him going, it's a big thing in that regard. So like, I hope that, you know, somebody else steps up now. Because remember, even Klopp's character's gone now as well. Yeah. So there's you know what I mean? There's quite a few characters that are starting to go in that regard. So
I agree.
So, boys, I'm going to put you on the spot before I read out the super chats and finish up the first segment. If I said to you, Drift, one left-footed centre back, you have to pick one. Who would it be?
Hincapié would probably be my one.
Okay, interesting.
I know that's probably the most unrealistic because I doubt any Bayern players are going to leave now. Shall be staying. I'll be very, very shocked if any of them do. They're probably going to want one more year of him and then they'll go when he does next year. But I think you lot know I like Inacio. I wanted Inacio from 12, 18 months ago. I think he's a wicked player. His passing is brilliant. But I think Hincapié looks like he's more defensively solid than Inacio. Do you get what I mean? Like Inacio he's quicker, he's better on the ball, but I think Hincapié has got better defensive capabilities. And now I just want the defense to just be as solid as it can. So that's the reason why I would go with that.
Matt, who have you got, bro?
I'm kind of leaning more towards Pacho.
Thought so.
I like the style, how he's aggressive. He can read the game very well. The thing is that all the centre backs, I actually think Inacio could probably read the game better than everyone. The only thing I have about Inacio, the only thing, is that after seeing him now for 2 years now, when we're talking about him, athletically, like he's good, but one thing I will say is that I feel like you can get at him by being a bit physical. And when I say that, I mean I actually feel like Inacio would be absolutely crazy in a Man City team where they keep the ball so well. Yeah. And I think he tactically might be the best. However, for how maybe we want to play and be maybe a bit more aggressive than Man City, even though we don't know exactly how Slot is going to play, me personally, I think Pacho, in my opinion. Well, that's me, yeah.
Honestly, boys, I genuinely don't know, you know. Everyone knows I'm a big fan of Colwill. I know he's not everyone's flavour of the month. I think he's quite underrated, to be honest. And I think there's this weird thing about our fan base because we compare him to Kwanzaa when I don't see why we're comparing the two. Colwill I rate really high.
They're going to be the future England centre-backs, Cal.
Potentially, but I don't know why we compare them, though, because one was at Brighton and then had a stop-start season at Chelsea. One's just broken into the team, mainly played Europa and a few Premier League games.
It's the availability, I think, bro. I don't think anybody doubts Colwill's ability. It's just Chelsea ain't shotting him to us.
Just quickly, do you not really, really rate Colwill that highly?
I do, yeah.
I rate him high enough that I would be very, very happy if we bought him.
No, I'll be cool if we bought him, but I wouldn't be like, oh my dick. I don't know. I've seen maybe it's the Chelsea setup, and maybe because they are so bad. But whenever I've watched
he was left back. That's the only thing you can't think. Oh, but because he's left-footed, he can fill in that. No, he's proved he can't.
I know, but you know what it is though. I think maybe the Chelsea system has really made me look at him a bit different in terms of like, Kopish was good. He's talented, but I don't know if he's like. Basically, in his development, I thought it was a little bit further ahead, but I'm wondering whether the season at Chelsea has kind of brought him back down to earth again, so to speak. Because when he was at Brighton on loan, he was cooking. Since he's come back to Chelsea, Cole's just been average. Like, yes, I haven't seen a Cole performance. I'm going, nah, do you know what? Cole's serious, you know. He's serious.
At Brighton, I saw a couple of those performances.
No, that's what I'm saying. At Brighton, but not at Chelsea. But I'm saying I think it's the Chelsea setup and Chelsea being so bad but then we say this, but there were even games when I thought Thiago Silva, even though it wasn't himself, still looked like at one point their best defender. But that's just because he's a legend. He can read the game like better than anybody. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So
I think Pacho's got all the ingredients to put everything together.
I agree. I
think he has.
So if there was no money involved for you, Cal, it would be Colwill. Like if like Chelsea weren't in the way in terms of the ability, it would be Colwill who you would prefer.
If there was no money, we could get anyone. I'd probably go Braithwaite. You know,
Oh, would
but
you?
I know Everton will never sell to us.
It's a bit early for Braithwaite,
Yeah,
though.
No, I
Cole-
hear it. I know
Cole
Beal.
will-
I know
Cole will
Beal.
offer
I know
Braithwaite.
Beal.
I think even
Beal.
Cole will, yeah. And remember as well, the way how the teams defend, it's very easy to look like a better defender, in my opinion, when you're more busy. Because
No, I hear
you've
that.
always got something to do. Do you know how we talk about goalkeepers? Yeah, sometimes like when you play
Yeah.
for the bigger teams,
Mignolet was that.
yeah, you might be dominating your opponent. Then something happens, and you've got to do something that you haven't, like you've been out of the game, so to speak, for 5 minutes. 5 minutes in football is a long time of just keeping possession or whatever. Something happens, something breaks down, and you're like, oh, flip. Too late.
So you guys, I just typed Pacho into Google because I was going to look at some of his stats quickly while you lot was talking, and the first thing that come up was Colombian drug traffic. Pacho Herrera. Oh my god!
Honestly, Guardia was the one we should have gone for, and he's a bloody Liverpool fan.
It makes me wonder whether. Do you know what I will say? I don't know this. No one knows this.
We could have signed him. Apparently.
I reckon if Edwards is there, I think we would have tried to get him.
Yeah, I do as well. Right, let me help these super. We'll go on to the next topic.
At least Pacho can play. Like he's got regular game time, so like you don't have to worry about injuries and stuff.
Yeah. Mohammed says this Trent midfield is horror scared for my life. Oh, I thought he was cooking in midfield. Guess he wasn't. John says, big up, guys. Watching this England match with Trent in midfield, a man does look lethargic and leggy. Looks like the mileage clocking in early. Hashtag
it's
noticing.
Friendly though. Plus, like he's come off a long. I don't know.
Drifty Nunes Army. Sounds like a burner account to me, but cool. A bald man needs a beard. Slot has neither. You see, that's why that right there is why I can't go bald. That statement right there is why I can't go bald.
Man said Slot has neither, you know.
There was 200 in the poll, by the way, that voted for Nunes. So my army is strong still.
We keep on telling you this, bruv. You act like Nunes is the underdog.
I'm trying to say. Act like
no, it's still a 300 thing. There's still like thousands of people who hate.
Here we go.
Do you know what he is? You remember when Anderson Silva used to back himself up on the cage and wait for someone to throw a punch, bro? That's what the Nunes fans are, bro. They back themselves up and go, we're under attack,
Man's waiting to do the counter, innit?
Yeah, just waiting for someone to do something.
You've seen...
Yeah, have I seen?
No, Drift, I said.
No, he ain't seen it.
You've seen it, right? MMA.
Yeah, seen it.
You've seen
UFC,
from
the
right?
weekend just gone. Yeah. I'll be honest with you. I was a little let down by this card, like overall. But,
same.
Yeah.
Oh, you've seen all of it?
Yeah. Well,
Kevin
I didn't
Holland.
see the prelims. I didn't see the
Kevin Holland stuff.
Yeah. He's a bad man,
bro.
Yeah, I was meant to warn you about that. That's my bad. I was meant to warn you about that.
Yeah.
Shimron says, I'm in awe of Drifty's analogies. Always spot on. Agreed.
Say that,
I don't know how you did it, bro. Trust.
Yeah, for real. City, big up, guys. Matt, your reaction to Naby being voted flop of the season in Bundesliga by fellow player. Raw.
Do you know what? Can I just say, why do France and Germany do that? I think it's quite disgusting. All jokes aside, I really think it's bad, man, that they have an actual professional vote to make somebody feel shit about themselves. Like, come on, man.
I'll be real. It just hasn't
and
worked
players
out. Yeah, that's mad. I know he got in trouble,
but definitely like
he got in trouble by what was it? Refusing to play or something.
Bopped out.
So I don't know what's going on.
He ain't covered himself in glory.
Let me ask you a question, because I know a lot of people look at footballers like because they make so much money that it's like they should never really moan and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Do you guys truly believe that a player who ends up in that kind of regard, the money covers the emotional kind of trauma that must come with it? Or do you think a lot of these players hide trauma that we don't see, but like deep down they're like they live in devastation?
But I don't think it worked. And I think
you see people like Darren Anderton from back in the day, people like that who like they just littered like every week.
Bro, how many
never get to play?
Do we know now?
Starting to talk out.
I like talking about what they really went through. Not only that, a lot of them have gone bankrupt. They try and cover things up, bro. It doesn't work.
No, I'm talking purely on they're getting paid healthily, but they never get to play. I'm talking just not like if they've got other stuff going on. I just mean if you're a Thiago and you love football, you make millions of pounds, but you never get to play. Like, do you think Thiago is like deep down like traumatized by the lack of football he gets to play? Like, how do you think the player himself
it's the
feels
job.
about it?
Think of it like this: it's the job, but they love it. It's what they've dreamt of, like to do. Like this is their thing, in it. Like, so for you to not be able to do your thing that you've wanted to do since you was a youth man, that must be like, no matter how much money you might be sitting there going, okay, cool, I'm financially stable, but you can't do what you love doing. And I think the money can only, in my opinion, money can only do so much.
So
Because
you do
money,
think they live in some kind of trauma that they just don't let us know about?
when I saw Thiago, how can I explain it
When
to
you
you?
tripped him up, you mean?
Why are we gonna do this? Why are we gonna do this, bro? Why? No, but like when I saw, it's so weird. So when I saw him, he obviously looked normal. He was out with his missus, big up Thiago and his missus. They were walking, and he just looked normal in it. But like I kind of wanted to ask him, like, but obviously you can't, because first of all, man's with his missus, he's in London as well. Just so you know, he's definitely on the off season, so to speak, or he's taking time out. But I want to say to him, bro, like you're not playing in it. Like, do you think you're gonna get back soon? But but you don't really want to ask that. But you can kind of see it. You can see it. So even though man's smiling, yeah, cool. You can kind of see, like, it's hard to explain it to you, you know.
He weren't happy.
He wasn't happy. Like, he was happy, but he wasn't happy, bro.
I mean, you saw him with his missus in London. He might have just come out of the 18th shot, and he's like, "Can we just go now, babe?" So
Yeah,
that might
true.
not be.
That's
That
true.
might. that might
is true.
not.
But
be
I don't know.
because
It's hard to explain. Like,
My feet are hurting. Can we go home?
and I was like, and these are my money makers, babe. I
Yeah.
can't get
no, but the
blisters,
fact that
man.
he was in London, he kind of knew what he knew the assignment. It's like GTA, bro.
Yeah.
When you put in that mark on the map, you know what you're about to do. You're about to do something. He knew what he was going to do.
I'm just thinking about Naby and him getting certificated, bro, and him getting this vote, off the back of 3 seasons of not being able to get himself fit. And he's not old. Naby's about, 28? And this has been happening to him since he was young. Like, he must live in some kind of trauma. I know people might think trauma is a strong word, but imagine if you just can't figure out why your body keeps breaking down. Every time you try and sprint, injury. You try and twist and turn, injury. You're doing weights in the gym, injury. Like, you're like, why is my body just fucking breaking down on me?
It's the sad thing about football. Sometimes it's just one of them things where it just happens and there's no explanation, so to speak. Your body just can't handle the rigors of the game, unfortunately. And for him, I think he looks at it like he probably sees it at like, oh, I saw a bit of joy at Liverpool because I won something. But but when he left Liverpool, he probably thought, now I need to kind of take like, basically I've left the big club. I'm not going to an amazing club, but I kind of need to like prove to myself. And remember, this is how footballers think. They don't think about other people, they think about themselves. He wants to prove to himself that he can still play at the highest level. But the fact that he can't do that, I reckon that's really bothering him. It must be, bro. Regardless of who you play for. You just want to be able to prove to yourself that you can still play at a good level.
Funny enough, I put it in the group. I don't think anyone responded to it, but I put it in the group the other day. Ain't it just Liverpool's luck? Yeah. That we had that massive injury problem in midfield, or we had the issues in the midfield, and we brought in a player and we put our trust and we hoped he'd be okay, because at the time we signed him, he was fit. He plays 15 minutes, breaks down, never plays another second of Liverpool football. He leaves, he goes to Fiorentina, and he's one of their most instrumental players. And granted, they didn't win the trophy in the end, but he balled out, played 33 games in the league, played over 40 games in all competitions, and was a pivotal part of Fiorentina's. That I'm talking about our turf, for anyone who don't know. Like, what are the chances? Do you get what I'm saying? Like, how jinxed are Liverpool when it comes to this shit?
Melo
he didn't play no time for us, and then goes Fiorentina and plays that
from
much.
February onwards.
But
he wasn't match fit,
injury. And then Klopp had to remember when he played in under 23s or something to get him up to speed.
And apparently he couldn't even get up to speed in the under 23.
He couldn't get up to speed, bro.
Klopp didn't fancy him.
No, but he's a good player, because look what he did for Fiorentina.
Klopp didn't fancy him.
I just think that he couldn't get himself fit enough. That's what I think it is, bro.
Klopp didn't fancy him.
Why sign him? Quick question, Carl. I'm asking you, Carl.
I don't know. Bruv, I don't know. I don't even know if it was a thing where Klopp was just like given a list and said, look, this late in the day, these are the only players you can get. Pick one. And he just went, him then.
But do you know why I feel like it's even more weird? And I agree with what you're saying. The reason why I find it more weird, Klopp is kind of one of them people where it's like, if it's not someone who he thinks is good enough, he would just not do nothing. He'd rather just say, like,
up the stat. He played 48 games, you man.
Who?
Last season, he couldn't. Artur, he couldn't even play
yeah.
15 minutes for us last year. And this year, he plays 48 games.
He was fit for a while, Drift, and he just never got a chance.
No, but Cal, we kept hearing that he wasn't fit enough. Remember, there was rumors he was playing under 23 games and he was puffing and he couldn't even get through the games. Like he couldn't get himself match fit, bro. It's so weird.
Hence the under 23 stuff that you know what I'm saying?
I couldn't believe it. But he played 7 games in the Europa League and he played 33 league games. So he played 40 games in the top competitions. I don't know what the other 8 games, maybe cup games or whatever, but he played 40 games at the top level for Fiorentina this season. I couldn't believe it when I saw it. I was like, no, we could have done with those 40 games. Because if he played for us last season to a good level, we would have been so much better off. Because he is a good player.
Until you mentioned him in the group chat. That's
I know, it's crazy, bro.
Man played, I think, was it the Champions League he played in on the Europa or something?
Napoli, 15 minutes, the worst performance ever. Never played again. It was madness.
But this is what I'm saying. Do you know what I'm going to say, though, which I think is kind of good that's happening? We're getting a fresh start in terms of like the fitness coach, the nutritionist, like just something completely different. And don't get me wrong, not everything's going to be perfect, but I do think someone needs to look at Liverpool squad and go, something you man are doing just ain't right. It's just not right. Yeah. And I know people could say the more games you play, the more, more susceptible you are to pick up injuries, but we just seem to pick up way too many injuries. Like, I know other teams do as well, but I'm talking about in succession year after year. It's not like, other than when we won the league, and even then we had a few, we normally have about how many like key people injured at a time. Yeah. Like, it's just a bit mad. I don't know, bro.
It's a weird one. It is a weird one. Just going back to that super. Last sentence was left centre back, DM and wing are priorities. Trent stays right back. I'm good with those signings.
Yeah, I understand.
Taji says, whoever says Trent can play midfield doesn't like the club. Right, Taj, that
is he like that bad or something today?
That felt like a personal attack, Taji. I'm not gonna lie.
Was he that bad, you man? Was he that bad?
You could have just said Callum in that sentence. I'm not gonna lie, bro. That was harsh. Jay said the more I watch Palhinha, the more I see he is good enough. Big up yourself, Jay.
He is good enough or isn't good enough?
Is good enough. Oh, he's not good enough.
I was just about to say.
Okay. But no, he is good enough. If you just want a destroyer and that's it, he is good enough.
I'm telling you, he's good, but I don't know if he's good enough for us.
He's better than Endo for a start.
Yeah, he is. He is. He's better than Endo.
He scored when he went to right back, people are saying. So he started in midfield, but then he went to right back and then he scored when he was at right back.
I saw Trent scored today, but I don't know if he was at right back or centre mid, though.
That's awkward still.
I truly believe that I believe he's a dilemma that we just have to figure out. Trent is a real dilemma. Talent-wise, there's not many people in our team better than him, but where do you actually play him?
Yeah. It's a nice headache to have, though, to be fair.
Quality player, like you said, as long as he plays, isn't it? I think we'll find a way. Listen, we'll find a way.
I think we should go back to marauding right backs, and then I think he should play at right back.
You've got to ask him though whether he's still got that desire to do that. Because I'll be honest with you, look what it's done to Robbo. Robbo and Trent are not the same for a reason. Especially Robbo. That marauding.
But remember, Robbo's 5 years older though, so I think Trent's got a few more years in him before you got to worry about that.
Forget about the age, the mileage.
Running up and down the flank, I
hear that, but when you're young, mileage doesn't start kicking in until you're about 23, maybe.
Nah, it does. But his body wasn't even fully developed, and he was doing that.
Yeah, but you get away with it when you're a kid. Guys, we remember being a teenager and playing like 5 times a weekend.
We weren't playing against the world's best.
I know, but like I would play 2 games a day.
Yeah, no, that's
Like when
fine.
you're young, you can do that shit.
You
Do know what I'm
can't do that
saying?
against Barcelona's, Real Madrid's, and all that, though, bro. These are the caliber he's been playing since he's been 18.
No, I get it. But he's had the best
First season,
nutrition.
Leroy Sané, you know, prime Sané.
No, I hear you, but I don't think you got to worry about his legs being gone just yet. Maybe when he's
I'm not
about
saying his legs are
28,
gone.
but like not
Like,
now, not at
I think the
25. We
legs
ain't got
could
to
be
worry
going.
about
Well,
it at
right
20.
back, I think the legs could be going, Drift.
Not yet. He's got
Or
a couple
the
years
desire.
until we got to worry about
two.
him.
It could be
The
desire.
desire might be got. See, Cal, that's where I'd agree with you. He might have won too much too early. That is the thing that I'd agree with you, because if you've won everything by the time you're 23, that's when it's hard to motivate you to still want to.
Not for the top quality players. PK and them man won everything by about 23, 24.
No, I don't know. You know, I don't think PK went back to Barca till he was about 22, 23.
No, he was younger than that. Bro, I'm pretty sure PK.
Are you sure?
I'm almost certain by 25 PK had won it all.
Plus, Messi was the one who took them man to the promised land, bro. They just had the
let's
alien
not do
on
that,
their
bro. PK played his part, bro.
No, he did. But what I mean is, like, Barca
I'm
never
talking
did
club and
because
country,
Messi
you know?
was just.
Club and country. PK was picking up World Cups and all that as well, bro.
Plus, you don't do as much running at centre back, so it
No,
would have been a lot
but I'm
easier
talking
for
about
him.
a
Yeah, sorry.
mentality
So
and
we're talking about
motivation.
desire. Yeah, desire. Yeah.
Let's move on topic though. Speaking of desire,
Oh shit, Cal's frozen. While I wait for Cal to reset, let me remove him from the thing real quick. Jay says a pure destroyer is not winning the Prem or the Champions League. Jay, I'm gonna need you to explain, bro. Why don't you think that a pure because you've got to look at it like if we was to get a pure destroyer, that pure destroyer would be alongside a Trent or a McAllister or one of the creative midfielders in the team. His job would just be to do the dirty work and then let the other midfielders do their thing. So why do you think that you couldn't win the Premier League with a pure destroyer, bro? I'm quite intrigued. Obviously, it doesn't have to be a super chat, obviously. Just let me know, bro, even in the comments, why you think that. Cal should be back. He should be back in a second. No more supers. Matt's gone as well. What do we want to talk about, people, until these boys come back? Yeah, I agree. A pure destroyer is almost what we need. I don't mind having a box-to-box, but he has to be one who's very good at tackling and reading the game. Yeah, connoisseurs, no, without an elite DM, like I do think you need to have the biggest. My brother Jamie in the building, what's happening, bro?
it's nonsense, man.
Yeah. Just one more quickly. I don't watch Love Island at all, but Mohammed says this Love Island lineup is horrible. Oh my days.
I don't watch Love Island at all.
Yeah, no, I don't watch Love Island either.
Yeah, what was like desire. Kelleher has a desire to be a number one. Very unlikely he's going to be able to do that at Liverpool while we have Alisson Becker. We know he could go most places and be number one, but probably not a team in the top 6. I would argue he could go to Newcastle and be their number one because I don't think Pope's the goalkeeper he used to be.
Well, he's been injured, isn't it, for ages?
No, and I hear that. I just don't think he's the same as he used to be. I think Kelleher now could be asking the question about being as good or even better than Pope right now. But if I was to ask you, Drift, how can we actually keep Kelleher? What would your strategy be, or what would you say to Kelleher to try and convince him to stay for one more season?
So this is just a conversation I was having when you guys were away with Jay. You can't have a one-dimensional player. He's a liability. He will get found out by the better teams. That's why he isn't good enough. Teams will just press him. No, but Jay, you got to remember, we'd be going along the premise that he's destroying for us and the others deal with that. Like, because Jay doesn't believe that a player that can only clean up would be good for us for those reasons he just gave. But I think when you got all the players we've got in the midfield that would play with him, like Trent, McAllister, I think that's what we need. Just a player whose job is to just purely mop up the dirt, basically.
I kind of know what Jay means. I think he's right, but at the same time, I agree with. So here's the thing. I feel like if you get just like the kind of destroyer mode, it is a little bit limiting to the point all he can do is destroy. Now, obviously, we know he's a footballer, but what Jay means is, all right, prime example. Endo is actually, in my opinion, maybe a better footballer than Paulinho. But in some games,
he definitely.
But in some games, they actually pressed Endo, and Endo struggled because Endo hasn't got the quick feet or the agility to even get out of a situation. There were times when
just don't pass to him then.
No, but bro, I get that, but then you're a liability then. If we can't pass you, you're a liability in terms of we need you in build-up, you're the 6.
Paulinho's not that bad on the ball, you know.
No. He's not terrible, but what I feel like as well is that we can do way better than Paulinho. Because in terms of build-up play, remember, we are supposed to be an alpha team. When I say alpha team, other than maybe say a Man City or whatever, they might dominate possession against us. Normally, you'd expect Liverpool's dominate possession, yeah? Sort of 7-8 times out of 10, right? But there will be games when we don't have the ball, and when we don't have the ball and people press us, you got to be able to maneuver and get out of them situations. So even though when people used to have a go at like Henderson or whatever, Henderson in his younger days might not have been the most technically gifted, but he was athletic enough at least to get out of a situation when he needed to. And even obviously Fabinho before
I think it was more that he was good on the ball than his athleticism. Yeah, I was going to say it's probably, but Paulinho's not that bad.
Bro, I've seen Paulinho, yeah. I remember this is a Fulham team. Now, Fulham are good. Fulham are very good with the ball. But Fulham are still not Arsenal, Man City, Liverpool, Real Madrid, right? It almost works for Paulinho when the bigger teams go at Fulham. Even though Fulham are good, still a good team when they're on right, of course they are. But when teams got, that's when Paulinho thrives. When you have the ball and you expect it, in my opinion, to help up with build-up play, create passing lanes, start off a move, which he can start off a move, but be a bit intricate. I don't think he's decent, but I wouldn't say like, oh yeah, Paulinho is that guy to do that, in my opinion.
No, I hear you.
But isn't he? He can run with it. Yeah, go.
He's so good at tackling and reading the game, though, that I think you put up with that other part. Because here's the thing as well: when you're trying to manage a game, say you've got a 2-0 lead, 20 minutes to go, and now you just need to manage the game. He's the perfect type of player because in that way, he's always switched on thinking defensively and he doesn't have those lapses in concentration. He's always protecting the... Do you get what I mean? Like, you have to be able to have... Because if you've got always ball playing DMs, that's the when it's harder to manage games because they always want to get on the ball and be silky and do that. And they're not always a switched on.
I know people keep having a go. They were having a go at me. I think it was last week or whatever. Yeah. I know this is hard to find what I'm about to say. We need a Rodri-esque type. No, I know, bro. It's impossible, isn't it? It is impossible. But when I say you need someone that can break up lines, but you also need someone that can progress with the ball, who's also press resistant, that can find the pass. What's so crazy is the reason why I say Rodri-esque is, yeah. Or should I even say old school Fabinho-esque? Because Fabinho was that player.
Yeah. We had that. We had Rodri.
We had our best football when Fabinho was at his best. That's why a number 6 can't be a joke, man. And I'm not saying Endo's a joke, man. I'm just saying the next person who we sign at number 6 for, we have to take it very, very seriously. Because for me, it's integral to how you want to win a game. In my opinion, all right, let's look at the top teams in the world.
Would you go with Edison then? Gino saying he's the Brazilian Declan Rice.
All right, these are the names I'm just going to throw out there that I think that are better suited.
We might be totally taking away what Cal's topic was going to be, by the way. But yeah, let's roll.
I know. You got Edison. You got Matt Wi-Fi. Everyone knows I keep talking about him. You've got on my days. You've got Varela from Porto. You've got. Who else is there? There's someone else that I've forgotten. That's 3 I've mentioned. There was someone else I can't think of right now. My mind's gone blank. But basically, my original point was, if you look at all the top teams in the world, bro, they have very, very good DMs. Like
yeah.
Rodri, Man City. Real Madrid kind of like theoretically have two, because I feel like now Camavinga is now starting to become his own. I think Tchouaméni was injured, but they've got Tchouaméni and Camavinga. Arsenal, to their credit, and most we joke about, they have a Declan Rice that can do that. So there are teams that do have that six that people think is impossible to go and get.
We are ruining Cal's segment as well.
What's this? I said too much. Still. No, I didn't say everything though.
We got a couple supers to hold us down until Cal comes back. Honesty. Trent said in an interview about playing in midfield, I will play wherever the manager wants me to play, and he decides. He is the boss, and I will even go goalkeeper or striker.
Yeah, he did say that. He basically wanted to say, I want to be in midfield. Like, man's just beating around the bush. Pause. Man's just doing the whole.
No, but technically, if he's saying he'll play where the manager plays, that is what I want to hear if he means it, because that means that he doesn't have the mentality of, I think I'm too good for this. It's I'm a right back. I've been a right back my whole career. But if the manager wants me to play somewhere else, I'm all for it. But because he never specified a position, even at the beginning of his sentence, I guess you could look at it and go, that's because he don't want. No, but I would prefer this. What you said would be fine as well. But I prefer this if they ask him and he genuinely means it. He's not just talking for talk. He means it. If he says, about, like, they ask him about, do you love playing in the midfield? And then he says, look, I'm actually willing to play wherever the man wants me to. Wherever the manager wants
if they ask,
I would like that answer if he means it.
Anderson, no, what he said is, he literally said, wherever the manager wants me to play, I'll play. So basically, he didn't want to say the position that he wants to play in. That's my point. If you ask, all right, so here's my rebuttal to you, Anderson, yeah? If there's an interview with Virgil van Dijk, do you want to play at right back? What's Virgil van Dijk going to say? Oh, wherever the manager wants to play me, I'm a centre back. But if the manager wants to play me at right back, he's the manager. But Virgil van Dijk will say, I'm a centre back. Everyone knows I'm a centre back. Trent literally is in crossroads, hence why he didn't want to pinpoint where he feels where he should play. If you go and ask Andy Robertson, where do you see yourself a centre back? I'm a left back, but if the manager wants me to play there, I'll give it my best. I'm a Liverpool player first and foremost. Whatever the manager wants me to play, I'll play. That's what I'm trying to get at. When you don't sort of double down on
I get what you mean.
You get what I'm trying to say?
The only difference is, like, let's say for example, he'd had to, like, for some random reason. Let's say for some random reason, Robertson had to play centre back for 10 games. God forbid, something happened and he was actually playing really, really well. And then he was asked the question. That would be maybe similar, because then we'd have seen the sample size of him playing well there and be like, should we make Robbo a centre back? And then people would ask, like, would you prefer to play centre back, Robertson? You've been playing really well there. And then he would be like, look, I'll play with it. Do you get what I mean? Like, it would have to be something like that to be similar, because it would be too random for him to be asked the question of playing anywhere else, because he doesn't play anywhere else. Yeah. But if he had played well in another role, then it would. Do you get what I mean? It would be like, right, you played really well, centre back, Robert. How do you feel about playing there forever? And then that's probably when he'd be like, look, I'll play where the manager wants me to play. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I do my job, I do my best. Rare. Do you get what I mean? Like, that would. Because remember, this is about Trent playing in midfield, doing well, and then people thinking he should move there, and then being asked the question, do you prefer to play there?
They're asking this because there's a conundrum, and what he's doing is just being smart about it by not pinpointing where he feels, because he doesn't want it to jeopardize anything. I understand his answer. What I'm saying is his answer says to me, this is just my opinion, he don't want to be a right back no more. He just didn't want to say it. So he's being very careful and trying to cover all bases by basically saying, I just want to play football, I just want to be on the pitch. Like I said, all the other players kind of know where they would want to play. Even Gatpo's kind of said, if I'm not mistaken, you know, I've played left wing all my career, but wherever the manager wants me to play, I'll play. There's nothing wrong with saying that at all. You're basically saying how you feel like. And someone had said in the comments, what if they all do it? Well, not to be funny, but the manager does have a conversation with the players, and he will say, where do you see yourself in the team? Then he gives his opinion, and that's how you work it out. What they've done is they've interviewed Trent, knowing that there's a conundrum there, which is obvious, and they wanted to get his perspective on how he sees it. I think it's just just a normal conversation, really. But in my opinion, I can see he didn't want to not say.
You manager. What's the point, man?
One sec, guys. Give me 1 second. 1 second, guys.
What's the point?
Sorry,
Why
bro.
you do this every show?
I'm not gonna lie. Drifty was hosting now. What me? See, like, 1 minute. Back. 1 second.
Don't blame me, bro.
No, bring it back. Jamrock's in on it as well. I'm convinced you lot sit together and think, what, Cal's plan saying? Done it dance, man. Done his dance, bro. Go on, Jamrock, bro. You're the host now, Jamrock. Look, Jamrock's the host now, you man. Go on, you man.
No, but the wickedest thing, Cal, do you agree with this? Because you want him in midfield more than anybody.
No, but I was going to ask the question: what if he gets to play in midfield and it doesn't work out? What happens then?
All right, let's have that conversation. Then he just goes back to right back.
Go back to right back, innit?
Easy.
Why should you go? Hold on, wait. Why should you just go back to right back? Because we're not happy really with him at right back. Let's be real. We're not really happy with him.
I don't mind him at right back.
We don't know the system, though. We don't know the system that we're even going to play.
No, but I'm saying we here have all pretty much said we want him to play midfield because we don't feel as though he really wants to be.
I would like to see him in midfield to see what he can do.
His actions haven't been showing it or anything. Let's say he goes in midfield for the first 10 games of the Premier League next season, and we sit there and we go, "Rah, Trent ain't it in midfield." You know, we got it wrong. But Bradley or Gomez or Gatrida, they're killing it at right back, or Mazraoui killing it at right back. We just take them out of the team and put Trent back.
No, you look at the system, bro.
No, forget about the system. I know what you're trying to do here, Matt. Forget about the system. We're talking about.
No, but bro,
Trent
you do system and personnel, not personal system.
We're playing a 4-2-3-1. Trent's in the pivot, Max in the 10.
Are we inverting?
No, we're not inverting. We're just playing. We're playing a 4-2-3-1.
Are we inverting?
We've won our first 8 out of 10 games in the season. We've drawn one. We've lost one.
Are we inverting though?
No, because you're not answering my question.
No, but are we inverting? It's a simple question.
We're not inverting.
We're not inverting. All right, cool. We're not inverting.
We played a 4-2-3-1. Out of the first 10 games of the season, we've won 8, lost 1, drawn 1. Mazraoui, Gatrida, Bradley, and Gomez, they've been killing it at right back.
1-8, drawn 2, Cal. We don't want L's around it. 1-8, drawn 2.
It's a scenario, bro.
I don't want a loss in the scenario, bro.
All right. Two draws in the scenario then. The centre back, the right back's been killing it. Mac in the 10, killing it.
Yeah.
The destroyer or the DM in midfield, killing it. Trent's been throwing up 5s and 6s, 1-4.
In the DM spot, in the pivot thing.
In the pivot, yeah.
All right, if you're playing a system and it's not working with Trent in midfield and the right back is playing well, then you don't change Trent just because he's Trent. You have to say to him, sit on the bench, analyze where you think you can help the team as the right back, and you wait for that opportunity. And you'd like to think that he should be able to do that because even though he's won everything at football, this is like another sort of chapter in his Liverpool career now. He's an amazing player, bro, but you can't just walk into the team if you haven't been playing well. We've said this about any player, whether it's Salah, whoever. Do you know what I mean? You can't do that.
I'm not laughing at you, man. I'm not laughing.
That's Drift's boy as well, yeah. I remember Drift was talking back in the day. Hey, I'm not
back in the day was back in the day. Like Cal said, I could jump down the stairs.
Bro, back in the day, you kept on saying, he's cold. I said, bro, me can I say to you?
No. I never said he was cold. I just said I really like him, like his personality and whatnot. I've always said that his technique isn't good. I've always agreed.
Has he never? No. I never. See, I didn't even mention technique. Did I mention?
I'll bring up the super chat just to give some context. I don't know if I can read it. Maybe I can read some of it.
No. I don't think we can read it.
Not the last line. Definitely not the last line. Wild one for your boy Drift. Stiff to rock, getting cranked for fun. Man's trainer busy slinging rod. I can't remember. I can't say the last bit.
No, that's so.
Yeah, he's done. But Cal can even attest to this. I said he was done after the Parker fight. I didn't even want to see him in this fight. I said it'll be done by the 3rd. It went to the 5th. I'm proud of him for even being.
What did I say, Drew?
Yeah, you did say the 5th still. I personally, I don't think he's in it for anything other than the money now. He doesn't look motivated. He doesn't look like he cares. And when you don't have great technique, the last thing you should be doing is getting into a fight, because at least before people were scared of him. Now and no one ain't even scared of him. So like,
I worry why his power's gone overnight.
No, but did you man see the training video?
Because he doesn't care, bro.
Did you man see
The
the training video?
broom, with the broomstick.
The broom. Have you seen the broom?
I said this to Jim. I said it to him.
I said he's done. He's done.
No, but here's the thing that baffles me more than anything.
Riff,
Why are
have
you
you
being
con-
trained by somebody who you clapped up? I don't
Have you seen
get
it,
it.
though?
I've caught up.
That wasn't the trainer doing that, by the way. That was the old
No.
UFC cut man.
No, yeah, I know. But what I'm saying is, I don't get how.
That's the
Like,
cut man.
like, Cal, what does
I
it
need to find
benefit
something.
me? Yeah,
Let me
if
get
you
my
and me
daughter's
have a
spoon.
fight, yeah.
My daughter's
If you and me have a
spoon,
fight and I broke you up, how does it benefit me to ask you to train me?
No, so I disagree. I disagree with that sentiment.
that's
Because some
crazy.
people have a really good analytical mind. Like a
Yeah,
lot
the
of boxing
people
trainers.
who normally have been doing the analytics from the beginning,
Nah,
not
but
bailed
he
fighters.
he needed Michael Edwards' granddad to fight.
I'm
for
a
the
bit real.
UFC.
I didn't
Fighters become bouncers at nightclubs, bro. You don't start training world champions.
No, but do you know?
Should I just say it? Should I just say it, boys? Malik Scott took a dive in that fight against Wilder.
You think so?
Malik Scott took a dive against Wilder in that fight.
Well, then that's even worse, because I don't want to be trained by a man who's got no principles, bro.
Yeah, no, I hear that. He took a dive in that fight. You watch how he got hit, and he took a dive. Them two went into it telling everyone they're brethren. It's like me and you, Drift, saying, yeah, we're gonna have a tear up. We're both gonna make a meal. But I'm just gonna whisper to you, be like, throw the overhand, bro. I'm gonna bounce it off the glove, and I'm gonna go down and take the 10 count. Or we do rock paper scissors. Who loses? We do rock paper scissors. Who loses, bro? You you got scissors. I got paper. I take the dive, bro. Milli each, yeah. Catch you in a bit. It's a good dive, man.
I feel like he's been get outed.
It's very weird how his power's just gone.
I'll tell you why. He does not care about leg day, fam.
Do you know what? Yeah, I don't mean to be shady, Cal, but
Bro,
I'm just gonna be
this
honest.
is
I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming.
When I was watching Wilder,
I
yeah.
don't actually skip leg day.
No, I know you don't skip leg day, but when
No,
I was
you
watching
can't.
Wilder in the fight, I was imagining that's what Cal means when he tells us he's got small calves. Like, when Cal tells us,
No, but
yeah, my
bro,
calves are
it
small.
looks like
Wilder makes
that's
me look
what
like a Roberto Carlos, bro. He makes me look like I'm Shaqiri.
but I've never seen, like, how can, here's the thing, yeah.
Wilder makes me look like I'm Shaqiri.
He's
It's
built
mad.
like an NBA player, yeah, slash and or
NBA
is in the
players
NFL.
I've got bigger legs than that.
No, like the top half, innit? Pause. Like,
yeah,
upper body, yeah. But
Bro,
bro,
let's be real.
the
Wilder
leg
built like
is-
this, you man. Wilder built like
Yeah,
this.
like it's not even a joke.
That's how Wilder's built, you man. He's built like this.
It's not.
These
bro,
are the
like,
legs, and that's the body. He's built like
Well,
that.
what do you know? What? I really hope Wilder never sees this. Wilder looks like his legs never went through puberty.
Yeah, I hope for your whole
bro,
sake.
I hope he does not see that, fam. 'Cause I'm
Never
not gonna
sees
lie.
that.
Yeah, someone clip that up.
Like he looks like
He's
he's
trying to
got an
get that
8-year-old's
bag.
leg. He looks like he's got an 8-year-old's legs. I don't understand how you can have.
Johnny Bravo.
But it don't make no sense, though.
It's mad. It's mad.
Johnny Bravo is crazy.
It's mad. I don't know. I don't know. But
Oh man.
he should have always been. He should have always been a light heavyweight or a cruiserweight. There's just no fun in that division. I always said he shouldn't be fighting people who are 5-6 stone heavier than
Well,
him.
no, he just decided to lose a bunch of weight. It just made no sense.
Yeah, but he cut to 212.
No, but he was always Cal. Well, like, I watched an interview with him and he said he's never cut weight in his career because he's never had to. Like
No, but
he's
he's obviously
always
doing more
below
cardio as
everyone
Griff,
else.
he was 212 for this fight. Normally he's about 230 something.
No, I know, but what I mean is, it's even
No, why
it's
you
even
losing?
worse. It's even worse now. But he's always been too skinny.
What's so mad?
in my
All jokes-
opinion, for heavyweight,
No, but
always.
all
been
jokes
too
no, but
skinny
all
for
jokes aside, I
heavyweight.
know we have a go at the man leg or ever, but pause here. But what I'm gonna say is this though: when he was 230, obviously you could tell like his cast or whatever like needed improvement, but because he's lost more weight, even though it's like was
It's
it 20
even
pounds
worse now. Yeah, yeah.
When I was like, this guy's gonna fall over, bro.
Yeah, he looks like Peter Crouch.
But what I don't understand is this though, like what you man are saying, yeah. We can joke about whatever, but I don't understand why he just wasn't willing to like throw that right. Like, what was making him so hesitant to?
Something's happened.
Like, I'll be honest with you. I know we're gonna joke about this, but I feel like it's more of a psychological, mental thing more than a physical. Because you can tell if he was angry, he could still punch off anything, yeah. But there's a psychological, in my opinion, barrier there. That something has happened. I don't know what it is. When I say
I don't want to say this out loud because I wouldn't even want to put it in the air, but like dramatic weight loss, it like is normally like a sign of ill health. Like I hope he's actually all right.
I think he is. I think he's just doing way more cardio than he was doing before.
But then the cardio would make him be like he doesn't look as athletic though, Cal. So if he's doing more cardio, why does he look stiffer? And
Malik's got trying to make him into a mover. Deontay Wilder was never known for his footwork. He's known for
that's the problem. Yeah,
seek and destroy.
Bro, he used to be. Was it the bronze? What was it called? Was it the bronze bomb or something?
Yeah,
bro. If you've never seen Deontay Wilder before, and that was the first fight, you'd just be like, all jokes aside, it can sound very harsh. I hope it doesn't see this bit. You'd be like, who's this amateur fighting? Like, bro, he looked really. We can all talk about the technique, whatever, bro. He looked worried. He looked concerned. He just, I don't know, man. I hope he finds himself. I'm being honest when I say that. Because that's not the Deontay Wilder that I remember.
No,
even when we lost to flipping Fury, bro. My man was throwing hate. All we kept to saying, all he's doing is throwing haymakers, but he's throwing haymakers. He wasn't scared to throw punches, bro.
And the wickedest thing is, if you look at his last two fights as well, he looks fragile. One thing no one could ever take away from Wilder was the man could take a punch.
Yeah, he could.
Now he looks fragile. Like he looks like he don't like. Do you know what I mean? Like that punch that he got.
Who's the biggest punch he's fought
though? Probably Ortiz. Is probably
Ortiz probably quite.
Ortiz is about 45.
No, when he fought him, I think it was 39 and 41, wasn't it? Ortiz was at the time they had the fight.
That's my point. He was never in his.
No, Ortiz
but remember, he's 39 now, Cal, and you even said yourself, power is the last thing to go. Like, and Ortiz caught him with some power shots, and he took the shots and he kept it moving. Even against Tyson. Tyson isn't a power puncher, but he's heavy-handed, and he still could like take the punch. It took a lot of punches to eventually have him done in the fight. But for some reason now, you just tap him and he looks like he can't take it. Even Parker rocked him.
No. Zhang, I bet you any money Zhang hits harder than Tyson Fury.
Yeah, he does, but the punch he knocked him with, like, come on, man, he span him with like... It
was clean on the chin, bro.
No, not the one that knocked him down, the one that spun him, bro.
Yeah, but the one that spun him was clean, dude.
Wild 4 or 5 years ago, Wilder
takes complaining to the ref when he got hit about something.
Yeah, Wilder takes that punch 4 or 5 years ago, but I don't know what's happened to him. I don't know what's happened to him.
4 or 5 years, bro. Zhang look at Joe Joyce, bro. We spoke about it. Joe Joyce, bro.
Zhang hits hard. I know Zhang hits hard, 100%. I know. But
you couldn't even beat the other guy. Who's the other British guy that won? Not Joe Joyce.
Oh, Dubois.
He couldn't beat Dubois, you know. He couldn't beat him.
I don't think Wilder could. Not this version of Wilder.
Back in the day, but not this. But this is what I'm trying to say, bro. Dubois will beat him, you know.
Yeah, I hope Wilder retires now.
Yeah, I hope there's not a reason why he's bad collecting. Like ill health and he don't want to tell someone or something, like, you know what I mean? Like I just hope it is just he ain't in it anymore. Like, because they wouldn't have allowed him to fight if he had ill health. They go for a lot of medical procedures and stuff. They have to. No, but they only test for drugs, really. Like you could hide something. No. You don't think you could hide it? Absolutely not, bro. They gotta do full checks, bro. They have to. This world-class boxing, bro. This ain't just like fair dues. Just down a little tear up down the pub. This is like, remember, if anything had happened to Wilder in there and they traced it back and they hadn't done a proper
Tesla
that's
is
true.
doing-
Yeah,
everyone's done, you know. Everyone's done.
Yeah,
So they
that's
have
true.
to.
That's true.
Sepp dirty. Pick down. Give me stress.
Hey, Caspende's got a point though. How did Garcia manage to get away? How did he get through the before fight medical and then only test afterwards?
What with the drug stuff?
I don't know about that. You know, I'm still a bit. I don't know.
They
That's a
probably
bit mad.
knew. They probably knew beforehand, but probably put too much money in to cancel the fight.
No, but bro, like you're saying that people being done, if it get traced back that they did know, but you can't let a man go in there with another man and put his other guy's health.
No, but they can get away with that stuff. Shall I tell you why, Drift? Because they could literally be like, well, we didn't test him on the day of the fight. He could have taken something on the actual day. And then we test him afterwards and he
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Do you man agree with this?
Nah, Ronda, with all due respect, Drift, Ronda was more of she was more of a beast than Wilder was in terms of accomplishments and all that.
No, I disagree with that, but I don't want to take anything away because Rousey was one of the people who actually is
the reason I say that is because Wilder never beat like a top tier heavyweight.
I don't think Rousey did. I think Rousey was champion while the division couldn't keep up, and then as soon as
Rousey ran through the division, bro. I think people don't.
But apart from Cupcake, who really was like a top level fighter?
No, at the time of her fighting, they were top level. She was.
Yeah, that's my point. No,
she came up against the new gen.
No, but you can say that.
I'm making.
You can say that about any of the fighters from yesterday. You can say that about Anderson Silva. When you look at Anderson Silva, the names on his resume aren't great, but at the time, they were the best opponent.
They were the best.
No, but I still think they were of a top level, though. Even if they're not as good as the now people, I still think they're of a top level. There's no disrespect to the women's division, but at that time, nobody, in my opinion, was actually truly skilled. You look at the women now compared to then, and it's night and day.
But that's the new gen.
Yeah, but that's the new gen, bro.
That's why she got away with being able to be so poor at striking and just
name me a top name that Wilder's beat, like a top boxer that Wilder's beat.
No, I think Ortiz is the only top level fighter, and he was old.
That's what I mean, bro. Ortiz, that's the only thing I'd say.
Wilder might have one of the worst heavyweight boxing records of any champion.
No, resumes, not record. His record's good. But
sorry, resume. Sorry, apologies.
Yeah, resume. Record's good, but resume. You look at the names, you're like,
the resume is terrible.
Yeah, but I still think if you look at the fact that he had three, very good tear-ups with Tyson, had 2 very good fights with Ortiz, there was still a certain level of fighter within him. It weren't like he was just an absolute dead-out fighter.
No, he wasn't a bum, but he
was just never good enough to be the best. Do you know what I mean? Like, he was just never, ever good enough to be the best. So...
Yeah. By the way, people asking me about Fury's resume, bruv. Drift, what do I say about Fury's resume?
Yeah, you always do say Fury.
Yeah, but again, I think
Fury's resume is dead as well. Like,
who was he fought? That's top tier.
But yeah, this is what happens, man. So obviously you guys started speaking about DMs and all that, as you guys do. So might as well just stick with Alan Varela. Any of you guys taking him at Liverpool?
Yeah, I would.
I think I would. Do you know, it reminds me of a little bit though, and I don't know whether this is the right type of player. I don't know whether I'm contradicting myself here. Do you know, it reminds me of a little bit of Bruno Ramirez.
I don't think Varela's a DM, boys.
This is my argument. For me, even though he plays DM, I don't know if he seems like he's more of a CM that can play DM. Rather than a DM that can play CM.
His defensive stats last season.
Guys, let me ask you this: Bruno Ramirez.
Let me have a look at his
DM,
position.
or would you not say he's a CM for Bruno Ramirez?
Bruno's a CM.
Guys, he did. I'm looking at it. I'm looking at it now. He did predominantly play DM.
He's not a DM, no, Drift.
No, but it sounds crazy for Porto.
No, I'm just saying, like, you know, like, because you know, obviously they show like where he played. Like, yeah, he does predominantly play DM.
Yeah.
But I'd say I wouldn't quit. I'd say he's more of a deep lying playmaker.
Yeah,
as in
like Bruno Ramirez.
No, but Bruno Ramirez is a DM. He's just a ball playing DM.
No, I don't see him as it. See, he's not a DM in my opinion.
He's a ball playing DM.
No, but he has to be from Newcastle.
No, but to a degree, he already did that before anyway.
All right.
Right, Brazy man them. This is what I was just gonna say to you. If you look at Varela's stats defensively, not pleasing.
Yeah, I hear that.
Not
That's
pleasing.
why I'd rather, you know, the people, I don't even keep saying his name. People them know. Pause. What like the player that I'll bring in for DM.
But in the same way we spoke about left centre back, boys, do you think? All right, I'm going to put you both on the spot. Obviously, I hope we sign both. If I said to you right now, boys, look, Slot can only sign one, a DM or a left centre back. Which one are we taking?
But we should have to do that.
No, I'm not saying. I don't think we will have to do this. But I'm just saying, which one do you see as being?
Man's doing that. We'll pick and choose.
Matt was about to go on a rant.
No,
I'd say DM.
Flip. But I don't think we could drift. The problem is though, that means you're taking a risk because Matt's gone, which means you just got the 3 centre backs.
Yeah, but we'll figure that out.
Well, we said that in the season where we we lost Lovren, bro.
But we've got enough options. Like, hey, look, if he stays at the club, even Endo can play centre back. Like, we've got way more options.
What did you say?
In midfield.
No, wait there. Nah. What did you just say?
Step back, bro. Check your rearview mirror, bro, and check your side mirrors. Say that again, Drew.
I said, hey, we've even got Endo who could play centre back if we really need it.
You're just ruining it. Look at my lips. You're ruining it.
Brother, what's that? What's that, brother?
Bro, you guys do realize I'm talking about based on the premise that Cal said you can only buy one position for the team. The fact that we've got Sepp Vandenberg, the fact that Endo can play centre back, the fact that we've got.
I'm gonna tell you this, my friend. So when me I drink rum, I drink for junk. You hear that?
That's
Hi, Matt. I drift. Hi, Matt. I drifted just.
So you lot don't think Endo playing centre back at like the fifth choice option isn't
said
better?
It again.
Then what do we do if we don't buy a DM and then Endo or McAllister can't play then?
We need psychiatric evaluation. Oh
my God! You're moving mad, Drifty.
Drift, you're my brother, yeah? We can, bruv. Let me
tell you
this.
this. I'm talking about Endo being a sixth choice centre back at an emergency.
Drift.
I'm not talking about playing there just because we want to play him.
Who's the 4 choices in centre back then?
So there's obviously there's Virgil and Ibu and Kwanzaa, yeah. Then there's Joey. Then there's Vandenberg. So then Endo would be the sixth choice.
we'll talk about Sepp.
Sepp's gone, man.
No. We're talking about what we have right now. And if we could only buy one position, we will be keeping Vandenberg.
Sepp don't play centre back for years.
And you know what he said?
But he's still an
ruin the segment. No, let's not talk about Sepp because we're ruining the segment. I know the segment.
No, this is only based on the fact that Cal said you can only buy one.
Yeah.
So you buy a centre back, and then what happens if Endo or McAllister?
You could have said, and I would have agreed with you. If you said, but you just didn't say it, and I know you probably just didn't think about it at the time. If you said, "Oh, we got Joey G as 4th choice," like in the, I'd be like, "All right, cool. Joey G's got to do everything, cool." But you said Endo
because all of the others are obvious. I'm just giving you an extreme we're in the mud. We've got to do this kind of situation. And you know, Endo's actually played centre back.
If we put Endo centre back, all hope is.
You know, Endo's played centre back before, right? You lot acting like
he played centre back against Haaland.
Where's that Mourinho picture?
You don't play Haaland every week, man. Come on.
What about Watkins? Has he played? But I'll be honest. If I saw Endo going up against any striker, I would wet myself, bro.
How? We don't know what he'll be like because we haven't seen it.
But you
can go and look what he was doing at Stuttgart. I'm not saying he can, but we didn't think Fabinho could do it either, and he did.
But Fabinho is so different to Endo. It's unreal.
We still never thought he could play centre-back.
But Fabinho's like 5 times the player Endo is, bro.
But he still weren't a centre-back.
But Fabinho is 5 times the player that Endo is.
All I'm saying is, I'm talking about emergency, 6th choice, Endo, you've got no choice. You got to bring him in. Anyway.
If I see Endo and centre back, we ain't doing no watch along, bro. Bro, Drift, we would. I don't think you understand, bro.
Hey says Endo will be shooting blanks after marking. Say kids done. It'd be ugly, Drift. I'm not gonna lie, it'd be very ugly.
It probably would be, but it would be better than having to play. I don't know who, Curtis Jones at DM.
I'll be honest. I'd probably resort to drinking if I saw Endo having to play centre back.
We have to play Endo centre back.
Yeah, I'd probably resort to drinking.
Done now. So done. We are done.
Jay said he actually did play at centre back.
How did that game end?
Man, allow it.
I don't know, Jay. How did that game go?
That's why Scott sold him to us.
Bro. Now, hey, all jokes aside, Jeff, I understand.
I still think we're completely all right in comparison.
As emergency.
No, but Joey isn't an emergency centre back.
Right. So someone said they lost 5-1.
They man just standing there out back post, Haaland just towering over, man. Just
the man I treat like it's NBA, just pick a roll. Yeah, move up my way. Endo, it's you.
Dunking on, man. It's dunking on.
At the end of the day,
every time
you're in trouble if your sixth choice has to play anyway. So that would be the most extreme situation in the world.
So, if you're saying you want Alan Varela, not to say that you'd want him, but you'd be happy with the signing, yeah?
As a player, I think he's a very, very good player, so I'd be happy. But then, do you know what? I know you lot might think I'm being a bit shady to say this, but I look at Vieira and I worry about midfielders coming from Portugal because he looked brilliant when he was over there, and look what he's done at Arsenal.
Who you talk about? Fabio Vieira.
Yeah,
I think that's more Arteta and having his favourites and all that, though.
Or maybe he looked good in Portugal and now he doesn't look good now he's in the Premier League.
It could be the case as well.
So yeah, I don't know.
Moving on to Sepp, then, boys. Sepp's come out and basically said that he hasn't really felt trusted at Liverpool, and look, if he's gonna just be loaned out, you might as well just sell him if they're not gonna have that trust in him. Now, granted, he's saying this and there's a completely new regime, so I'm kind of a bit taken aback why he'd even mention this, considering this completely new setup. Kind of like a shot Klopp, which I don't think necessarily needed to be made. But he said what he said. Do you think he has a chance at Liverpool, or do you think we should just cash in it, especially if we can get 20 million for him?
If his mindset is I want to leave straight away, then he can go, because we don't want players that don't want to play for Liverpool. And there is that kind of damning quotes that he says something like, I wasn't given a chance, so therefore why would I, they're trying to price me out of a move, so to speak. I think it's something along those lines. He's done well on loan, and he did look like there could be a player there maybe, but the attitude first and foremost has to be right, bro. If you ain't got the right attitude, you can go. If he's got the right attitude and maybe he's just a bit hot-headed at the time, whatever, then cool. Go into pre-season and see what you can do, because I feel like there could be something there. I don't know, but I think as things stand right now, bro, I think he's gonna go. I think his quotes were quite damning if they are true, because again, when I say quotes, and I always use this word reported quotes, reportedly, this is what he said. So if he did say that, bro, I don't think he's got a future at Liverpool, in my opinion. Before, like you said, even before the manager has even started, you're talking about chances and whatnot. When this is a new regime, new beginning, new start, so I do think he's probably going to leave, though.
Would you try and keep him, Drift?
No, it's not worth the hassle. If he wants to go, just let him go. He ain't good enough to worry about.
Can play right back.
Yeah, no, I hear that, but he wants to play week in. He wants to play week in, week out, don't he? So I don't even think he was settled for that. Maybe he's got a bit of delusions of grandeur after having a good season. Good luck to him.
Yeah, I hear it. I wouldn't lose any sleep if we sold Sepp Vandenberg.
I forgot
still
he was a
don't.
Liverpool player.
I was gonna say it's
yeah.
it's one of the weirdest moves. I remember when we signed him. No shade to James Pearce, but he come out of articles saying that he could be just as good as De Ligt, and again, it's just typical Liverpool media trying to basically polish up turd, innit? Did the same thing with Kopish. Frustrating.
Where is Billy now?
No idea. I think he went out on loan.
Ain't it really shocking that a lot of the time the player who they big up's never the one who actually makes it into the team, and then a guy who you don't really hear much about is the one that makes it. It's so weird that happens a lot.
Kopish was a real bad.
It's propaganda.
I don't know why.
But this is our fault as Liverpool fans, because whatever we seem to read, like the majority will just go, "Oh, well, the club's saying this, then yeah, let's back it."
But big up to the people that don't believe in everything that gets. And listen, I respect all journalists, by the way, so I ain't got no problem with no journalists. But what I will say is, I just look at what the players, how they've done, and when his name got mentioned, Billy Kopish, I was like, "What is this the same player that I've seen in the youth team?"
Yeah,
and then I was just like, yeah, I'll leave it there. And then I remember there was one game that me and Drift saw. I think it was. I can't remember what game it was, but he was horrific.
Is it friendly? No, it's Midtjylland.
I think. Oh, I was going to say because that was a pre-season friendly when he looked really bad as well.
Yeah. But the Midtjylland game, he came on at halftime, if I'm not mistaken, and
he looked like me after he just had some KFC and someone said, "Go play football." Bro. He could not move, bro.
Yeah, he was just big.
Yeah, he was just like,
big. Yeah. He's the definition of big for nothing.
No, I don't want to say that. It's just a ringer, isn't it? You know them boy there that you say is a ringer.
Matt, he was getting beaten in the air. We were watching the game and he's getting beaten in the air. What are you tall for, bro? What are you tall for, bro? You're getting beaten in the air. That's like being tall, but you can't reach the top shelf.
I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that.
That's true.
I don't want to do that to my.
How many people randomly stop me if I'm in the shop and be like, "Can you quickly just grab that?"
Yeah.
What's so crazy is bigger Ali A said, "What about Reece Williams?" Are you gonna hear a joke? Reece Williams is probably better than Billy Kopish.
Not probably.
Yeah, definitely.
That's what
I don't really know if Reece came with any hype. He didn't really get hype.
No.
But we had to, you know what? Shout out to Reece, because even though he's not good enough, he played his part in us getting third that season. So we have to give him some respect for that.
It's just all it is with Reece. He lacks a lot of athleticism, unfortunately. Like a lot.
It was always his pace. Yeah, it was always his pace.
No, but just athleticism in general.
Pardon me.
Like I still think I'm faster than him now. I'd
burn Reece in the race.
Like in a sprint, I put everything I could beat Reece Williams. Reece Williams. Is that his name? Reece Williams. Yeah.
Yeah. Reece,
Carl, have you ever told anyone no when they ask you to get something off the top shelf?
Nah. Have you?
Yeah.
Raw.
You said no. I've never said
no.
No.
Wait. Before what was the context? What did they ask you to get?
I can't remember what it was, but they asked me the stuff on the top that like the staff haven't unpacked yet, but you can see it's in stock because you can see it's up on the top thing. I just looked up and I just said, I got to buy back, sorry.
You're wrong for that. I'd have let the air out your tires, bro. I'd have gone down.
That's
I'd have let the air out your tires.
Someone your age.
No. It wasn't an old lady. It wasn't. I would always help an old lady. They weren't elderly.
Have interest.
It was just a random woman, probably about in her 40s, maybe. That's not my sorry. It's not my problem.
Right.
Man's all doing the Coutinho out here.
I'd have let the air out your tires, bro. I'd have gone down in the car park and I'd have unscrewed
not
the
my
cap.
problem.
I got a bad back.
I had somewhere to go. Do you know how much effort it is to try and take this big, heavy thing off of the top shelf?
Don't do that. It's not that much effort, bro. It's not.
It was orange juice, Cal. It's a crate of, like the orange juices that are in the cartons. Nah, bro. No.
You don't think I'm going to do that when
Jiff was why he's going to stack it in it, You pick out a thing.
It was just a lot of effort, bro. I'm doing my shopping too.
Patrick from EastEnders. I'm not gonna lie. One time,
No,
bro,
do I look like I've actually got a Sainsbury's uniform?
But I'll be
on?
real.
Get a
No, but I'll
staff
be
member,
real with
bro.
you.
I ain't
If I
doing
could,
that
you know,
shit,
when you
bro.
analyze and you think how heavy something is. If you think it's mad heavy,
It weren't the heaviness, bro. It was the effort. Because I knew once I got it down, she's gonna ask me to bust the packet open. I was like, oh, that's long, bro. That's long. Get a staff member. I ain't got.
That's a 30-second job, bro.
Nah. Do I work there, bro?
I'd have done it.
Nah.
and if
I'd
you're the
have
same, you're right. We're the same height, bro. What we 5'11"?
No, well, I could have got it, but it's a lot of effort, blood. Nah,
5'11",
man.
6
I ain't
foot,
getting
bro.
paid for that shit, bruv. I got my shopping
Man
to
said
do.
I'm not getting.
If she just wanted a jam off the top shelf or something, of course I would have done
so
it.
it
I
was.
ain't
It
getting
was
the
to do.
packet.
Was it because it was heavy? Is that what it was?
No, it was a lot of effort.
You just doing it like
Who's
Patrick.
that
Imagine
man
in the
going?
aisle.
It was
Wait
a
for
lot
this.
of. It was a lot of effort.
Maybe try this.
Man just pushed it back on the shelf, Matt. Said, sorry, love.
Oh, I didn't even attempt it. I didn't
Man,
even
just
attempt it.
man could
I just looked at
recalibrate
what
in
it was
time.
and I just said, "Oh, sorry, love, I got
That one where you just couldn't you couldn't recalibrate in time, you know.
And you lot know I'm helpful. I just thought, nah, that's long. That's long. Get someone who works here, man. That's a worker's job, bro.
Bro.
Oh, man. Wish you wanted a little orange juice and vitamin C, bro.
me, can you get me the thing off the top shelf? No, got back problems. I bet you said it mad aggressive. Nah, got back problems, innit? Oh, bro.
Oh, man.
Oh, no. Can you
Nah, I ain't
imagine?
I don't have a uniform, mama. I don't work there, blood.
man, don't look like a worker, do you?
Oh, man.
What I look like?
No, do you know what? As I was walking away, I actually thought to myself, she's actually got a cheek. Like, she didn't just want like a simple thing off the top shelf. She wanted the bit from the bit where the packaging is above the thing. Nah, she's got a
you know he
cheek,
loud
man.
mumbled as he walked away. She's got
a
some
cheek.
nerve, she has.
She's got a cheek, bro.
No, but I bet we've all been there where someone's gone.
12
"Excuse
crate
me,
of orange juice.
Has someone ever asked you to do something?
But I don't even
thinking
know
that
how
you've
many
worked
was
in
in
the
it,
shop?"
Cal, because I can only see the front
That's
bit,
a
bro.
mad-
I don't know how
that's a
far
mad
back
thing.
it goes. I don't know nothing, bro.
You man, just quickly, yeah. Have you man ever been asked to like say get something because the person thought you worked in the shop?
Yeah, that's happened to me.
Yeah,
before,
bro. That's when you think about it, you get so mad. I'm thinking, I wear my own garments, and you're trying to say I look like the workers, bro.
I've had someone walk me down while I'm on the phone. They're like, "Sorry, mate, I've been trying to call you for ages." I'm like, "What for?" Like, I need some help. I was like, "What do you need help with? Do you work here?" Like, "No, I don't." Like, oh no! I was like, "Yeah, I don't." I'll be honest with you, mate.
Excuse me, mate. Excuse me, mate.
I was on my phone. I thought you were talking to someone else. He's like,
Excuse me, mate. Can I get these in a size 9? Sorry, what? What are you talking about? Yeah, mate. Can I get these in a size 9? I'm just over there. What are you talking about, bro?
Yeah, bro. People do it to me all the time.
The disrespect is crazy, you know. It's mad.
Oh, I didn't realize you're that heartless, bro.
Bruv, I'm sure she got her orange juice when she found the real worker.
For now, I'm gonna call him. Hey, Drift is Katina,
Patrick, bro.
Or Patrick,
Nah,
yeah.
bro. There's no way you're making that much effort for a stranger.
Oh,
I've had strangers help me out, man. So I always try and do it.
Yeah, but she was going to get help. A staff member would deal with that. I don't work here, blood. That's a lot of effort. That's a lot of effort.
I don't
bro.
think it's that much effort, Drift. I can't lie.
I don't think so. I don't think
it
so.
is a lot of effort. It is a lot of effort. Because I'm not gonna lie. You lot are forgetting. You see that shelf that's above the shelf that's got the stuff on it? It is quite high, you know. It's quite high. Like, nah, longs for that.
Drift, don't give me a joke, man.
Like I reckon if I tiptoed, I would have been able to touch it. But actually getting it down, no, I don't work here, man. I don't work here. I'm sorry. You can get.
You say you just measured up and was like, nah.
Yeah, I literally just thought, nah, that's a bag of effort.
Yeah, because you looked at it and thought, if this goes wrong, it's mad.
Yeah.
No, I didn't even think about Guy wrong. I just thought that's just a lot of effort.
No, but I can imagine you for a split second thinking, nah, if I drop, this is crazy.
I genuinely didn't think about if I drop it. I just thought about it being a lot of effort.
Because
Might
if
as well
one of
try
the
to
orange
rip it
juice bus is done, you know, man. One of the orange juice bus is
That Patrick sees well,
done. We spent like for weeks, bro.
Do you know what? That actually happened to me 3 days ago. I picked up milk, yeah, and for some reason there was one stuck to it.
No
So the one that
way.
was stuck to it, like dropped in it because obviously, and it
Yeah.
bust, and it actually went on my trainers. Like it actually bust, and the milk went on my trainers. I just looked around, saw there was no one there. I just popped off.
Man didn't even
Oh
say,
no, I
excuse,
might have taken a little tumble still. Was it a Tesco?
excuse me.
Was it? It might have been. It might have been.
I'd have done my best Bruno Fernandes impression, man.
Oh no, I couldn't have faked falling or anything. I couldn't have faked it like
No,
that.
because
That
imagine you would
would've
have
meant-
faked for it and then you would have got all dirty for the milk. It would have been peak.
Yeah,
could
no,
find
there
a
would have
way.
been no way to fake it. Like, how can I fake that? It made me slip over. Like, there was no way for me to
fair
be able to fake.
Fair enough.
Yeah. I couldn't be like, my neck.
Spinal.
But I felt guilty that I made the mess, and then I thought, nah, like it's not my fault. The thing was stuck to it.
So you didn't even alert anyone or anything.
There was no one to alert. I'm not gonna run someone down to say I
Would
made
they say
it.
you smell something? Like, oh, apologies. They said,
Well, even
even
at
if
the-
you
even
said,
at the
oh, some
counter,
milk
no?
has spilled or some.
It's
coffee or
obvious
whatever.
that there's something spilled. Come
You
on,
can't
man.
tell no one. Bro.
There was
Not
no
even
one
at
to
the
tell.
counter. No
There's
one at the
to
counter.
tell. There's no one to tell.
No, drift is your
Yeah, you're one of them shoppers, bruv. You're one of them, man.
I've done my time in retail, yeah, and I
We all
remember
have,
people
bro.
doing-
We all have.
Yeah.
We all have. What are you talking about?
So therefore, I've been that guy cleaning. Up
I don't think
people's
you've had
mess
it
and
worse
all
than
that
me
shit.
when it comes to retail, bruv. I worked in a phone shop.
Bruv, I worked in a
Maybe
clothing
not.
shop. Are you crazy?
Maybe
I
not.
guarantee you it's worse than a phone shop.
No, so I tell you why it's worse. Because remember, I was the manager,
Yeah, so was I.
and when people think you're the manager, and not even think people know you're the manager, and then they say,
Get the
"Duh-duh-duh."
manager. Yeah, and I'd be like, I am.
All right, I'm gonna say one thing. Have you ever gotten into any type of altercation with
Loads of time.
Okay,
But working in a phone shop was a
the security
madness.
get involved because my one was.
We didn't
a
have security, bruv. We didn't have security. We're in the Whitgift
I mean,
Centre as well.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Bro. So you know where I was then. You
We're in the-
forget, bro. I remember I was just there. I was outside. They just know my face.
I've had, I've had people follow me to my car.
Bro.
People walk in the shop with weapons.
Yeah, bro.
My
I've had
phone's
all of that.
got-
I've had the crackheads,
phone's
all of
got
them
madness,
thing there, bro.
bro.
Are you crazy?
All over a SIM card, bro. People used to steal dummy phones out of the shop, bro.
Bro, people used to nick the stuff at the bottom. Like, so there's 2 floors of where I worked here. This is mad, innit? But there were crackheads that across like where it was, yeah. They used to come inside, try to take the stuff, bro. But one time we caught someone, yeah. Well, I caught them, shall I say? Because I had to run up on them. Yeah, tripped them up, yeah, held them down, bro. When I'm looking down, you see something on the floor. That's what I'm gonna say. You see something on the floor. I said, I'm never doing that again, bro.
Yeah, that's
Ever.
Oh.
The area was mad, bro. I can't even lie.
No. See, when this happens, yeah, I take it with me to the till and then just tell the person at the till I don't want this anymore.
You're one of
Oh,
them.
yo,
man.
I can't. Why? Do you
We'd literally argue in the shop, me and you. We'd
No, but
argue.
there's a basket at tills where you put the things people don't want anymore, and then somebody just goes and puts it back.
But you're
That-
one of
that's
them
not-
people
that-
that I
that's
can
not
imagine
bad.
that pick up 9 items and then put
Yeah,
back
you're-
7.
No. I'm just talking about like
No one, the
I,
tool.
I picked up.
Now we'll
4
probably take a
sweets.
bite of a donut and be like, I don't fancy this, you know.
No. I'm talking about like you picked up like 4 packets of sweets, and then when you're beeping them, you're like, actually, this is stupid, and you just put one
Yeah,
back.
the
Nah, I'm
packet
not gonna
open.
take this.
Yeah, no, I tried, man. I wasn't really fancying it. It's 60p. We're gonna have to charge you. Well, you can charge me 1/5 of 60 because I've only had one. don't like the driving there. That'll be 12p. I'm not paying more than 12p.
Man said, open the
At least I'm an honest person. Bare times I've been hungry in the shop and I'll eat the food, but I'll pay for the packet when I get to the till.
I hope so, bruv.
That's
because
I'm now, bruv. You're not stealing on road, bruv.
There's enough people that do that stuff and then hide the packet. At least I pay for it.
People, what you're saying is make sure you pay for your stuff. Because if not,
there's enough people that don't do that stuff. There's enough people that don't do
you're
that.
normalizing like it's not normal.
That's normal,
bro.
Yeah. Not getting something down off the top shelf because I don't work there is normal. What are we talking about, people? What are we talking about? That is normal.
You'll be horror to shop. Horror, bro.
You lot have shopped with me bare times.
Oh man, yeah, we wouldn't let you get away with that stuff, bro. We wouldn't let you get away.
Bro, that is mad. Man said, well, obviously, I eat the stuff in it, so I'm not stealing.
I still pay for it. That's like me saying, yeah, obviously I put petrol in the car, but I still pay for it. I still pay for it.
To show the levels. We're not talking about villain stuff here. We're just talking about I can't be bothered. Just talking about I can't be bothered. I've seen a bag of people eat the food and don't pay for the wrapper. Trust me.
No, of course. There's always going to be people like that. There's always going to be people like that. Yeah. Of course. There always is. That's why I'm laughing, because you just get some. We're going into time now, but yeah, you just get outrageous people that do stuff like that, innit? Could be anything. Rip open the packet. I'm thinking, what are we doing? You can't wait to pay it. Then just open.
Oh no, I've done that. But I had to down a box of apple juice, bro. I've come back from football. I just got everything wrong.
But apple juice is
bro. Matt, I was in the middle of the aisle just chugging, bro.
But it's apple juice.
Matt, I was chugging, bro. Even people walking past me, I'm just one hand on the shelf. I'm just chugging the apple juice.
But I think it's worse than like I'm not saying your behavior is acceptable, but all I'm saying is, if someone starts opening up packets of crisps or like packets of it's worse, isn't it? Because it's not just one; you're taking many. Yeah, you get what I'm saying. By the time we get round.
God forbid you don't open the packet properly as well. It just splits open. You're having to hold it in place to get the barcode and all that. It's long, man.
There was that. You still got a barcode?
It'll be long.
Oh, no.
Oh, man.
Drift, man. Don't do that around me and Matt, please, bro. Poor woman still ain't got orange juice either, probably, man. Madness.
All waiting until now, thinking Drift's going to return.
Madness.
She knew I weren't coming back. I didn't leave her in suspense.
You made it pretty clear, bro.
You made it obvious. My son ain't got back problems.
You're mad.
Back rock. We can't do it.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
It is what it is, man. It is what it is. Catch me on the wrong day. 9 times out of 10, I'm great. Just catch me on the wrong day. It is what it is, man. I'm only human.
You probably skipped away. She's probably thinking he ain't got no bad back. You can tell, Bob. You can tell by how someone walks if they've got a bad back, bro. You walked away fine.
I bet he smiled when he said it as well.
Can you get that down for me? I got a bad back. I got a bad back, love. Sorry.
No, I didn't smile.
Oh, Bob. Oh, man. Even now, the woman's thinking, where did it go wrong? I just finished the orange juice. That fella there said he's got a bad back.
I told you, bro. I'd let the air out your tires, bro.
Drift was moving full Villa mode before, bro. Oh man!
I told you, life will never be the same, bro.
Don't act like this is when Klopp left.
Yeah, bro. This happened a time ago, bro.
No, the milk was 2 days ago. The milk was 2 days.
Where was the orange juice, bro? Probably
4 years ago.
Season.
When was that? That was
The league winning season, didn't it? I bet it was, bro.
no. Hold on. When was that?
After
That would
Mane
have
left.
been-
I bet it was after Mane left.
I reckon it was Hodgson era. Had to have
Nah,
been.
it's after Mane. I bet it's after when Mane
Dark
left.
days. Hodgson era.
No. If I'm gonna do a complete guesstimation, I would probably say it was either end of Brendan's era, first year of Klopp, maybe somewhere. I'll probably say about maybe 8, 9, 10 years ago, somewhere
Gerrard
in and
left.
around there.
Gerrard left.
Somewhere in and around there. It was
Gerrard left.
ages ago. Like it was ages ago. Like
It was
about
the Benteke signing. Man
8
said,
to
"Enough
10 years
is
ago,
enough."
somewhere around there.
Man said enough is enough, you know.
Mad.
If Brendan's
No,
gonna
I
treat
just-
us like that, then I'm gonna treat
I
everyone
just-
else like that.
I just said to myself, I can't be asked. Actually, no, it might have been. Do you know? Hold on, Matt. It was when it would have been around the time when you and me both worked up west, across from each other. So
Yeah,
that
yeah.
was 12
bro.
years ago.
That's time ago, yeah.
That's 12 years ago. Because you know what it was? Because I remember. Do you know the main reason why I weren't in it, bro? Because it was the morning I was coming home from my night shift. And I went shopping because I thought, let me just go and like do my shopping. Because you know what it was like. Because you don't want to have to like, once you're home now, you're just done. And I remember just thinking, nah, that's way too much effort. I'm knackered. So it was 12 years ago.
Do you know what? The only defense I can
What was
say-
Liverpool doing 12 years ago? And Matt, maybe you have a little sympathy now because you work. where
if
I
you come
work
off a
afterwards.
night shift, I can understand it too. And I'm not, and I'm being serious, but like you'll be a bit ratty because even, bruv, the no sleep,
Around this
the
time,
night
12
shift,
years ago, we were getting linked with Barini.
See,
there
the
you
night
go,
shift
then.
was crazy. And shout out to anybody that does night shift now, that's ever done a night shift. Shout out to them people because I personally done night shifts for 5 years in my career.
A 12-hour
When I
night
tell
shift,
you,
by the way.
12 hours as well. They are gruesome. So big up to all the night shift gang as well. That's there as well because it's not easy. It's not easy. I'm telling you.
Was it the Konchesky days? Well, there you have it.
No, Konchesky was going. By
No,
then.
12 years was.
It was 2012. It's Brendan Rodgers' first summer at Liverpool.
No, so that means Konchesky can't. No, 20. Yeah.
That would have been him leaving. That would have been.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna lie. You do a 12-hour night shift and you ain't helping no one with no shit down off the top shelf. I don't work here, bro.
The night shift was crazy, though. I can't lie. It was
Trust me.
crazy.
All right, let's help these supers. The Herbs man says maximum respect Kopish, also respect to Luke and Cal on the Sanderson show. It was a great watch along on Saturday night, great conversation. Big up yourself, the Herbs man. You were brilliant on that show as well yourself, man. Big up Luke Tanner as well.
Herbs,
and
man,
Jamie.
Big up, bro. Big up.
Big up.
I still haven't recovered from that.
I can imagine, bro.
Look at Imran's comment.
It was serious, you know.
Jay says players like Nunes Diaz get found out. You need more than just destroying to break up the play. When you play teams, you needed a guy who can progress the ball well. That's why Arsenal upgraded on Partey. Jay's got a point.
They didn't upgrade on Partey. Partey's better than Rice. It's just Partey's always injured.
Whoa.
I'll stand on that. Partey's a better player than Rice. He's just always injured.
He's a better footballer.
Yes.
We'll agree to disagree on that one, brother.
I'm not sure. Partey was cold when
And he's definitely better defensively.
when he wasn't injured.
He's just always injured.
I think
He's just
Partey's
always
more
injured.
athletic, can cover ground. a bit
Partey's
better.
had 6 good months in the Premier League since he's been here.
No, but we're talking about his ability as a footballer overall.
No. I'm being dead serious.
So I know Rice is your guy, but you think Rice is a better footballer than
Yes,
Partey?
absolutely.
No.
No, Partey was number. When I say Partey, I'm
Partey's
thinking
a
more
better footballer.
athletic, though. I ain't really seen it enough at Arsenal for me to kind of have that.
I think Partey's got a better shot on him. I think he's a better passer. I think he's a better
Better
tackler.
shot. Never.
Yeah, I think.
Ooh, I don't
I
know.
think
Drift.
Partey could shoot better than Rice,
Shooting
yeah.
is one thing. Declan Rice has scored some. I mean,
The shooting, I don't really care about. He's a better passer than Rice, and he's a better tackler than Rice.
I wouldn't say he's a better tackler.
Yep.
Do you
Rice is
think?
better
Do you
at ball
think
progression as well.
I personally don't think
Rice is a better
than
ball carrier than
Partey.
Partey
Anything.
now.
I just think
Anyway,
Partey's
don't know about
always
old
injured.
school Partey, but now
I just think Partey's always injured.
Yeah. 100% always injured.
That's always going to be the problem. But I'm talking about the ability of the footballer. I think he's a better footballer than
No,
Rice.
but what I'm saying is like I don't think I've seen enough of Thomas Partey for me to sit there and go.
Well, you don't remember him at Atletico. It's not only about what he's done.
But this is what I'm trying. No, but when he's at Atletico, I'll be honest with you, he played a lot at CDM. He played centre mid, and he's played right back. He was actually the versatility man at Atletico. That's why he left to go Arsenal. Whereas at Declan Rice, I've seen him kind of at West Ham and seen him at Arsenal. And even though I watched a lot of Atletico at that time, I would still sit there and say Partey might have had more ability, maybe athleticism and ball progressing when he was younger, but definitely not now. Now, every day of the week. I mean, even for the last 3 years, you probably
I'm talking about ability.
Maybe.
He doesn't play enough football to talk about it now.
Partey was a talent, or he's a talent, so to speak, but it's just the injuries are really.
If Partey was as robust as Rice, Arsenal wouldn't have needed Rice.
No, I think they would have got they would have got Rice anyway.
But they would have won the league.
But remember, Partey would have played the 6, Rice would have played the 8.
Would have played the 8.
Rice
But
would have been Henderson.
they would have thought Havertz could play the 8, and they would have played Partey.
No.
Bro, Partey, Rice, and Odegaard. That wraps up the league, bro.
But he bought Havertz thinking he was going to play Rice, Havertz, and Odegaard, and then he just realized Havertz ain't good enough to do it.
Havertz to clean money, brother. Come on, Drift, man. We spoke.
Nah, come on, bro. I know. All jokes aside,
I'm not even joking.
Thinking Havertz would play 8 with Rice, and he would be like the goal-getting kind of box-to-box midfielder, and then he just realized it don't work.
Obviously, if you're cleaning money, you're not going to make it that bait, bro. But come on, there's no way you can think that if Partey's fit all season, that Rice.
No, I'm saying if Partey's fit all season, then like say Partey had 2 complete injury-free seasons, was balling out the way he probably would have. They don't care about needing Rice because they have Partey.
They still get him.
In my opinion, I don't think they would have looked for him. I think they would have gone because they have Jorginho to be the backup, and then they thought they could play Havertz with Partey in midfield. It's only because Partey failed. Why?
No, do you know what I'm going to say? I think, no, so it's quite you, bro. I think they were going to get Declan because, Odegaard is the 10/8 hybrid, yeah, perfect for that. And then they brought in Havertz, right? But Havertz was never, in my opinion, going to play that kind of box-to-box role.
But they tried to, man.
No.
The first half of the season, he tried and it just weren't working.
Yeah, but in my opinion, they were always going to get a Declan Rice because Declan Rice can do the 6 and the 8 or the 8 and the 6. More complete. I think Havertz was more, he's a talent. He's not a striker at the time when they bought him and thought we can use him close to his Leverkusen days, even though Leverkusen was playing as a second striker.
Even Jay says that Arteta admitted himself the initial plan was to play Havertz. He thought he could make Havertz a box to box. He thought Havertz could be the box to box, and he thought Declan
Havertz
would be
has never
the
been box to box in his life.
I know, that's why we all laughed at the signing.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I'm not saying they would have never ever wanted Rice because Rice is a talented player, but if Partey was robust, played every game, every season, and didn't have any injury issues, they wouldn't have cared about buying a Declan Rice anywhere near as much. They bought Rice because they can't rely on Partey. That is the reason why they bought Rice.
I think they bought Rice because they needed a proper number 8 in there anyway.
But they bought Rice to be a number 6. They only moved him to an 8 when they realized Havertz couldn't play the 8. They bought Rice to play 6.
No, see, I think they brought in Rice to play 8, but realized Partey was injured, so he had to play 6.
But Partey played right back at the beginning of the season, so why that doesn't make sense either.
No, but they would never. Yeah, but that's when they had injuries. And that remember they would never.
He could have played any.
No, I mean, they didn't even have that many injuries. Trust, because I think they wanted to play Timber left back and then Partey's in invert. Arteta was just doing the madness, brother. I
don't even know. To be honest, I can't even sit here and say definitively what they wanted to do. So I'll be honest with you. But I just think it was right for them to go and get a Declan Rice, regardless.
No, it was right, 100%. But I don't think they would have bought him if Partey was as fit as Rice normally is.
TK says, if Alisson was leaving, would you take Kelleher's number 1 or would you get someone else? Who knows what level he can get to with regular game time? Big up. I would give him a season. I'd give him a season.
But I would buy a very, very good goalkeeper that meant he knew there was competition. I wouldn't just leave him to believe that was it. And he's just gonna
Yeah.
I agree. But I think he would deserve a season, personally. Herbsman says Bellingham interview on Paramount Plus, basically he said the same thing anywhere the manager want him to play, anything to help the team. Yeah, I just think that's the footballers' code, to be honest, especially for interviews.
But I think Bellingham kind of the thing is different with Bellingham. In my opinion, Bellingham kind of knows he's a centre mid again. He knows he is, but he's played the false 9/10 this season and has been very, very good for Real Madrid. So he's not going to say no to playing there, is he?
I'm interested to see what his second season looks like, especially
because when Mbappe is now joined now. Let me see what cook.
Do you know what
it's going to cook?
There's no point in us dragging out the show with this mad tangent, but I just want to say this. Remember the conversation we had, guys, when I told you like Ancelotti is like Klopp, and you lot said, nah, he's not. Did you hear what Ancelotti said at halftime in the dressing room when they're in the Champions League final?
No, what did he say?
He went into the change room and he said, guys, what do you think we should do? And they collectively decided on what the tactics should be for the second half. Does that sound to you like a ruthless manager? That's a vibes, man.
You think he's vibes?
That's a vibe. Hold on. The manager asked the players, what do you guys think we should do? If someone like Brendan Rodgers said that, everybody would laugh their arse off at him.
That's because Brendan Rodgers' dressing room consisted of people like Joe Allen and them, man, bro.
No, Cal, the point I'm making is,
man's got
is that
seasoned
Ancelotti is a vibes man. He's a man manager. He's never been this amazing tactical guy who's ruthless and does what he needs. He lets the players express themselves, and individual quality a lot of the time has been what Ancelotti's like secret weapon is. So to
tactics. Speak. Do you remember the game against Real Madrid was all tactics, you know, to get him through that game? That was tactics.
What game? Which Real Madrid game?
The Real Madrid Man City game, the second leg, when they went through on penalties. That was tactics. That wasn't just vibes.
No.
That was not vibes.
I'm not saying he's all vibes. He's Ancelotti. But what I'm
he's
saying is he's way more of a Klopp than he is a Pep. He's a man manager. He's about keeping people happy, doing what people want, playing.
He's probably in the middle of both. He's a fantastic man manager.
No, but the whole point is,
guys, I'm just saying, if we heard that Klopp went in the dressing room at halftime and said, "What do you man want to do?" Everybody would be going mad in this chat right now.
Quick question: would you care if they won?
This is what I'm saying about Klopp.
Hold on. Out of 10, what would you rate Ancelotti's tactics out of 10?
I don't understand what we're doing there because Ancelotti's goal
6.5.
6.5 for Ancelotti for tactics.
Yeah,
wow.
I think he's a 10 out of 10 for man management, about 6.5 for tactics.
Wow.
You see the season they won the Champions League when they beat us in the final. Every single time Madrid went through, the tactic never changed. He just changed the personnel. Substitutions were made, and the substitutions came and made a difference. Is that not what Klopp was doing this season? And then everyone said Klopp's got no tactics. But anyway,
I'm shocked. I'm not gonna lie.
If I've got this right, does this sound like vibes?
So you think Klopp's a better tactician than Ancelotti? Sorry to cut you, Matt.
I think they're about the same.
Okay.
Just quickly, I've even got the picture actually, so I'm not lying. Ancelotti's record, 5 Champions Leagues.
No, forget the outcomes. We're talking about tactics, bro. We're not talking about achievements. We're just talking about tactics.
No, but you made it. When you say vibes, man, what I'm about to say is really that is a compliment because remember, this is a vibes, man. So I want you to hear the compliments, isn't it? 5 Champions League, 6 league titles, 4 domestic cups, 3 Club World Cups, and 4 UEFA Super Cups, and that's a vibes, man.
A people person, a man manager,
bro. Can I be honest with you? Let's say he's a people. Let's say he's not the greatest tactician because I don't think he's the greatest tactician. He does have tactics. You cannot just be a vibes man winning that many.
Of course, he's not literally just a vibes man, but he's very similar to Klopp. He's about people. He's about making sure the people are
as
happy,
he's gotten older,
playing people. Like he's not he's not a Mourinho and a Pep. That's all like sitting down and trying to figure things out and working it and doing all this stuff. He's not like that. And that was the conversation we had the other day.
The Ancelotti that was the Ancelotti back in 2005 where he lost Champions League to us was very different to this Ancelotti now. So remember, people change as they get older. You can see that for Ancelotti's career. But I'm gonna be real. Even though, in the latter stage of his career, he could be seen more for vibes than it is tactics. Bro, me personally, I can't speak for you, but me personally, bro, the man's just goated. Like
No,
bro,
I'm not
that
putting down
record
his
there
achievements.
is
I'm
just
not putting down his
insane.
achievements. I'm not putting down his achievements at all. What I'm pointing out
How can a man have
is
5 Champions Leagues?
that you can be successful
Yeah.
while being a people person and not being this ruthless killer like everybody
But in
wants
my
Klopp to
but
be.
Ancelotti has
That's
a
what
very
that's what my point
but
is.
when I
We didn't
but
say
in
we
my
wanted
but,
Klopp to be a ruthless killer. We said he needed to show ruthlessness. There's a big difference. I never said I wanted Klopp to be a
Well,
ruthless.
Ancelotti doesn't
have
really
you ever heard
show
me say he
ruthlessness.
needs to be more like Pep? Because remember I said Pep is obsessed. Remember
Yeah,
we
and
kept
that is
saying
what
Pep
you
is-
said. You both said you
Yeah.
wanted him to be more like Pep. Ruthless.
No.
Obsessed with winning was actually the word you both used.
No. I said obsessed like Pep. No, I said I need
No, I
him
did.
to be
I
a
did
bit.
say that.
Oh, you did. I said I need him to be a little bit more obsessive, not obsessed like Pep. Because I kept on saying Pep is like the 10 for obsessive, yeah? And Klopp is like I don't know where he's on the thing, but he needs to be a little bit more. He needs to ramp it up a bit. He needs to be more ruthless. That's what I said, bro.
All I'm saying is, if we ever heard that Klopp went in the change room and said, "What do you man want to do?" he would be getting it in the
He
net.
didn't say, you just said he didn't say what did you man want to do. He said what should we do collectively.
I mean, it's the same thing. He's asking the players'
It's not the
opinion.
same, bro.
Bro, he went in the changing room and he said, "What do you guys think we should do?"
People who are on the pitch, bro. I don't think that's a
No.
stupid thing to do.
Cal, he went in the change room and he said, "What do you guys think we should do?" Come on, man. Come on. How can the manager in a Champions League final ask the players what they think we should do? He's the manager. It's his responsibility, bruv.
Bro, who's to say he still didn't make the decision after hearing what other people thought, bro?
Yeah, of course. I hope so, because he's the manager. But the point I'm making is, when you go into a dressing room at half time, you're supposed to be going there with a plan to change what is not working, because you're the manager. But he asked the players, "What do you man think we should do?" And I'm not even saying it's wrong. I'm saying if Klopp did that, oh my days, the way he would be getting slewed. The way he would be getting slewed. If Klopp went in the change room at half time and said, "All right, what do you man think we should do?"
But if all due respect,
Because that sounds like me to a man who don't really know what to do.
But all due respect to Klopp and Ancelotti, like I hate to say it, but Ancelotti is different, fam. He's godfather in this thing. He is though.
Anyway,
They're different.
I just wanted to make that point.
I don't get how this come back to Klopp. I can't lie.
Because the conversation was about me saying Ancelotti and Klopp are very similar, and you lot disagree. So I'm just saying that's proof that they are very.
I said
similar.
as he's gotten older, he's not as ruthless as he used to be.
Just because
They
they're
are
both,
similar.
just because they both steer more to be in the man management than the supreme tactician, doesn't mean they're similar. Ancelotti's a better tactician than Jurgen Klopp.
No,
Ancelotti doesn't.
not.
Ancelotti, he is. No, he is.
He's not.
Ancelotti doesn't have one set system. Ancelotti is more than willing to change things around. He's more than willing to change personnel around. He's more than willing to accommodate his best players in their best positions to get the best out of them. They're completely different. They have one aspect of their game which is similar. They are not the same.
They're very similar.
They're not.
I just think their man management style, but their coaching.
I don't mean similar in the way of like they play the same way. Of course not. I'm talking about their level of tactics during games and how they are as people. They are very similar.
You think?
You got to remember, Ancelotti's been the manager. No, I think they're about the same. Because I've seen times when Klopp hasn't really made sense with his tactics, and I've seen times when he's done really well with his tactics. They're very similar. Ancelotti's been a manager for 20 plus years, and he's only won 6 league titles. And I don't say only to be derogatory, but 6 league titles in over 20 seasons isn't a lot, but the Champions Leagues are what's making up for it. The only difference between the two of them, in my opinion, and I'm not being shady to Ancelotti because I love Ancelotti, is Ancelotti is always normally at elite clubs at the top level, and Klopp's kind of been at the clubs that are like, he turned Liverpool into winners, but when he took over us, we were a mid-ish team. Okay. Dortmund aren't a top-level team. Mainz aren't a top-level team. Ancelotti was at AC Milan, Juventus, and Real Madrid. They are born to win. That's literally all they care about.
But this is why I ask you.
Napoli and Everton as well.
And he didn't win at Napoli. And he didn't win at Everton. This is what I'm saying. PSG, the only time he's won the league is AC Milan, PSG, and Real Madrid, right? The team you were supposed to win
is like me saying Klopp didn't win anything at Mainz.
No, what I'm saying is they're very... Because, so hold on. Jurgen Klopp would have 6 league titles if he was that AC Milan manager back in the day and this Real Madrid manager. So the point I'm making is
you can't just say
so
that.
you don't think that 2005 AC Milan Klopp wins the league with, Cal? And you don't think this Real Madrid team now Klopp could win the league with? Wow.
Well, no, probably Real Madrid, yeah, because Barcelona have been stinking up the place recently. But again, bro, let's not act like, bro. All right, Chelsea. What did Ancelotti do at Chelsea?
I mean, Chelsea are another team that are built to win. Bayern, they're another team.
See how you're saying Ancelotti's
I'm not trying to diminish Ancelotti. I'm trying to let you know that he's won the league with clubs who are meant to win the league.
Right.
And he has only got 6 league titles in over 20 years of management. But that's not a lot, you know.
Okay, but you see how when you
that's not a lot when you actually
see
think
how
about
when you
it.
say a manager is at top clubs on whatever.
Because I would say your tactics are normally shown more in your league rather than your cup form. Everybody says you can be lucky in the cup, you can have a good draw in the cup, you can do all this stuff. League form is normally
this
what
is
shows
why
how
I
great of a
question
tactician you are.
Why Pep is your GOAT? Because I've always had this conversation with you, yeah. Pep is an elite manager, but Pep always goes to the best teams in the world. And I kept on saying this to you. I'm like, bro, name me a team where Pep has had to manage where he hasn't had the best team in that division. You can't name me one. No, hear me out. Let me land now.
He is clearly a genius.
Bro, let me land. He's never gone to a team where he's had to rebuild and use finances the fair way. Let's keep it a buck, yeah? Ancelotti, like we said, has gone to a Napoli at least, where they weren't the richest, right? And Pep has always gone
didn't do anything there.
Bro, Pep has got Barcelona, Bayern Munich.
No, I'm not arguing that fact, Matt. But in those teams, he was revolutionary. He weren't just there for some I'm the best.
I understand that, bro.
Pep changed football.
Can I say something? No, you don't have to revolutionize football to win a title, in my opinion.
That's how you told the difference of the mark the man left.
What I'm saying is, if you've got the upper hand every single time you go to a division, anytime it could be the Prem, Bundesliga. Could be anywhere, La Liga, yeah. You're gonna have a massive upper hand if you've got the finances where you can kind of do whatever you want. And I'm not taking nothing away from Pep, but that's why I've always said, like, I think he's one of the best ever, by the way. But when people say, like, oh, has he managed anyone other than a top 2 club in their division? No. So the teams are kind of, if they're not ready made, okay, they've got the money to make all the changes that they actually need. He's never had to deal with what Jurgen Klopp has had to go to. He's never even done a Carlo Ancelotti, even though Ancelotti's been in a bigger team.
All right, tell me a team Ancelotti built.
Bro? What's that?
Tell me a team Ancelotti built.
Thingy show, bro.
No, that's the last question and we can move on. Tell me a team Ancelotti
what he rebuilt.
Yeah, like literally. Tell me a team.
Can I be honest with you? You might not like this, yeah, but dare I say, he's kind of rebuilt Real Madrid, you know, a little bit.
He's built Real Madrid, or Perez has rebuilt Real Madrid.
Okay, so
Ancelotti's not in charge of the transfers and all that kind of stuff.
I never said he was, but he still has
you
to.
Don't think he has any say whatsoever?
I don't think any Real Madrid manager has any say in who
Ancelotti definitely has.
Hold on, if that's the case, it's Pep Guardiola.
Of course he does. Pep Guardiola everywhere. Maybe not so much at Bayern Munich,
bro,
but at Barcelona and at Man City.
At
Barcelona and Man City, Pep definitely had a say in the players.
At Man City, if I'm not mistaken, Pep doesn't have that. Like he doesn't have. In fact, Pep at Man City doesn't have the same control as what Klopp had at Liverpool. How about that?
So you think that Pep is just given players at Man City?
Not given, but he doesn't have the same say as Jurgen Klopp, in my opinion. He never had it.
Okay, look. Ancelotti ain't winning the league with Dortmund. And I'm not saying that to be shady. I'm just saying that based on his career.
I just don't understand how.
So I think they're very similar.
How can you say that so sure? Yeah. What makes
because Napoli is a very similar level and he didn't do it.
I wouldn't say Napoli is a similar level to Dortmund, especially when
100%.
the league. All right, but the league is less competitive in Germany than it. But Dortmund almost won it last season, and Dortmund don't have a great team.
Bayern Munich at the time that Klopp went back to back was a sensational team, a juggernaut, kept taking his best players.
They weren't. They started taking his best players.
They won the Champions League, Cal.
Drift, they started taking his best players after the second season where he won stuff. That's when they started taking his players, Drift. And they weren't.
But they were still a brilliant team at the time.
No, they were a good team. They weren't brilliant because they had no defensive midfielder. The moment they got Javi Martinez in the team, that's when they started to become brilliant. When they started taking top players, that's when they became brilliant. They weren't brilliant. They were a very good team. And who else in that league was a competition at that time? There was no one else. And I'm not even saying this to diminish Klopp. I think Klopp's world renowned. He's world class. Klopp's on the highest of highest pedestals. But to act like the Bayern team he went up, it's not the Man City team he went up against with Liverpool. That Man City team, that right there, we can have a discussion.
But that's not the point. The point is Borussia Dortmund aren't meant to win the
right
league.
here. This right
and
here.
Klopp, and he didn't just win the league. He won back-to-back titles.
Yes,
but
I'm
people
not
make you
disputing
think
that,
that because he's at Man City, Pep wanted him. I'm not saying Pep didn't want him, but I wouldn't say it's Pep's first choice. I'm telling you, Pep doesn't have the same say as what Klopp did.
They're very similar managers, in my opinion. And
Klopp wanted Nunes, you got Nunes. I don't know if it's the same thing if Pep wanted Haaland, like how Klopp wanted Nunes. Does that make sense? This is having no dig at no manager. I'm saying control-wise, I think we would be quite surprised that I don't think Pep Guardiola has the same power like what Klopp had at Liverpool in that tenure. Not saying it could say the same transfers, but I don't think it's the same power, in my opinion. Like player profiles and stuff. Because we can all unanimously sit here and go, Haaland is an amazing goal scorer and he's one in the league. But we've all said, is that a Pep signing though? Because even though he's been absolutely sensational for what he's done, scoring goals, like I said, they won a Champions League, whatever. He's not a Pep player. We kind of know a Pep player when you see one. But anyway.
I think the majority of the time, the player that goes to Pep's team is the player he wants.
Fair enough. Do you think he wanted Doku?
I do, yeah.
I do. I do. I think he wanted a player that had a different style from what he currently
I actually think Pep has a lot of say. I actually do.
I don't think he has as much say as you think.
And I don't even really care about that the Pep thing.
But I also think Ancelotti has a say. I think Ancelotti is one of the few managers that Perez has worked with where Ancelotti has a say.
No, I think
he's not going to boy him off and just do things behind his back. But I'm telling you, he's not the one who's the reason why players play for Real Madrid. Perez is the reason why players play for Real Madrid.
So Ancelotti has no pull.
No, I'm not saying it doesn't have pull. I'm saying Perez is like, look, here it is. And because it's normally a world beater, Ancelotti's not going to say no, is he? But Ancelotti is sitting down going, right, I want him and I want him. I don't really care what your plan is. I don't care if he's not Galactico. I want him. He's not doing that. Real Madrid don't work like that. Real Madrid have never done that, no matter who's in charge. They don't work. Even Mourinho said it was frustrating being Real Madrid manager because Perez will tell him who he wants him to have. Like, that's just how it goes. But
I'm not saying Ancelotti's got all the power in the world. I just think we're underestimating the power he does have there.
I don't underestimate Ancelotti at all. I think he's a
Perez. He's come back to kind of rejuvenate Real Madrid again after the stint they had before. You don't even need to pitch anything to go to Real Madrid, in my opinion. It's Real Madrid. It is a bit different. That's the one club in the world, maybe other than Barcelona, like they don't need to do anything. They don't need to kind of convince the player. It's the name. It's Real Madrid. Whereas other clubs like a Man City and whatever, you kind of need the manager or whatever, or whoever to say their thing. What I'm saying is that, in my opinion, I disagree with you, Cal, and you. I don't think Pep has the same say over transfers like how Jurgen Klopp did. I don't, bro. I really don't.
No, maybe not to the level Klopp did, because Klopp literally had 100% say.
Bro, they're scouting and
but he's still got a massive say.
The chief executive are the ones that Pep kind of just says, I need this, I need a player in it. Like, I need the left wing.
Anyway, forget the Pep thing. Ancelotti and Klopp are very similar managers.
Fair dude. We'll agree to disagree.
Yeah, same here, bro.
Gang and Deep says, I just want to start liking LFC again. I've disliked the club for 3 years. Do you think this new regime does what's required or reverts back to type of leaving ourselves short, which harmed us long term? Honestly, Gang and Deep, me personally, that's my biggest fear. Are they going to leave us short again? Because we've been left short in every single window, in my opinion, since 2018.
Disliking the club for 3 years is a bit mad still, but
that could be disliking the way the club's moving.
But even 3 years ago, I think we was all right.
3 years ago was 2021. We weren't all right, Drew. We just came off the back of the season where we just scraped into the
backs were marked.
We only bought Kamate, and all we're doing
at the end of that was a quadruple chasing season. Our squad was all right then.
2021, 22 was a quad chasing season.
Yeah, so that would be 3 years ago, guys. We just came off of 24-23. So then that's 23-22, 22-21. That was the year when we signed Kanata and we nearly won the quadruple.
3 years ago today was the 3rd of June 2021. And we had just come off the season where we just scraped back into the Champions League.
No, but what I mean is, we then got Ibu. We signed Diaz in January, and we nearly went on to win a quadruple. That was a good season.
I think the frustration there is we only signed Ibu in the summer, whereas if we had signed another player or two, we would have probably gone on to do the quadruple. Hence why that's why he's saying, will it leave us short long term? Because let's be real, we're still suffering from that summer.
I don't think it was that big of a deal. I think Ibu was kind of all we needed
It
at that
wasn't,
time.
bro.
You can always do
when we went for the quad with Diaz.
You can always do with more because I think Naby or Ox should have gone and we should have bought a new midfielder. So I agree with that. But I'm talking about how brilliant that season was and how well we played. And then when we signed Diaz, we were all kind of in agreement at that time. We probably had the best squad in the Premier League. I think was all right that season. It could have been better, but I still think we were good that year. So I'm quite sure if Ganga Deepa just said 2 years, then I would probably have understood. But to say for 3 years, nah, I was all right in that season. Like that was fine. We nearly clocked football.
But we didn't know, Drift. That's the point.
Yeah, but we came 100 minutes from doing it. Like that's just circumstantial. Like it was still a good team.
But we didn't. That's the point he's trying to make here. The frustration is we didn't. We should have, and we didn't. And we didn't because of our own doing. Like we were kind of arrogant. We've been arrogant since we won the Champions League, Drift.
Facts.
And that's as a club. That's not me saying that's Klopp, by the way.
If we win the Champions League, then we get Sepp Vandenberg and Harvey Elliott and Adrian.
As a club, we've been moving arrogant since we won the Champions League. We have been.
That's what we did, fam. We're forgetting that. Let's not ever forget that.
I don't think it's arrogant. I think we've always just been kind of penny pinching, but
it's not. But that's just coming out to FSG. But it's not just FSG, bro.
No, I don't even care who's doing the penny pinching. I just think it's always been a reluctancy to spend money, no matter who it is, whoever it is, whose decision. It's just a reluctancy to spend money more than arrogant. I don't think we. I mean, how can we be arrogant if our manager, as you lot say, sits in press conferences, goes, "Pep's the best." That's not being arrogant. But also, if we're being arrogant, then we would be like all acting like we're
that's the difference between transfers.
Hold on, but he also sat there and said we don't need another midfielder. The only other midfielder we could go and buy is someone who's 1.96 meters, arrives in the box late and scores goals. That's arrogant, bro. If you look at our midfielders in that summer and you turn around,
that's just believing in the players that you have.
Bro, we all sat here as fans and said that midfield isn't good enough. Bro, come on, man.
No, I know, but
that's arrogant.
Thought it was good enough. He believed it was good enough. I think people keep forgetting the difference between what we think and what they think. He thought it was good enough. Arrogance is like a complete ignoring of other stuff deliberately. I don't think that was it. I think he felt the team was good enough. But I don't know.
We'll again agree to disagree. H can't read this one out, brother, for obvious reasons. We'll just leave that there.
Does he really have an OF, or is he just joking?
I have no idea.
I don't know. I generally don't know from.
Brace says, "Who let second year Drift through the time portal? Big up, young Drift."
Yeah, big up, bro. It'll be back in like a week max, guys. I just couldn't be asked of it anymore.
Yeba says Edison is the world-class DM in the making. I don't see it, but I might be completely
wrong. I not right now. I don't see it, but it could be though.
I like him though. I do think he's good.
Jay says, "Cal, stop rejecting DMs. We can make a Rodri." I don't even want us to sign a Rodri. I don't think we need a Rodri as such.
No, we do, fam. Rodri-esque player.
I'll be honest with you, Matt. I think it more depends on the system. Like, you see, if you put Rodri in our team last season, I still don't think we win the league because the structure and the system wasn't right.
But we do better.
No, we do better. But brother, I don't want to just do better. I want to win the league, Matt. I want the league title.
I want to win the league, and I want to win the Champions League next season. We ain't doing that. Unfortunately, with Endo as the starting.
No, I agree.
It's that simple, bro. Let me have the go at Endo. I think Endo's good, but he's not good enough.
No, but my point is, Matt, that I'd rather work on the system just than this individuals.
Bro, we could talk about system all we like, but the system only works if you got the personnel to make the system work.
Hence why. But if you put a good system in place, then you're giving the players the best time.
Bro, all jokes aside, if you put Rodri in Liverpool's midfield and you put Endo in Man City's midfield, do you think Man City can still function with their system as great as the system is?
Sorry, repeat that. Sorry, bro.
If you put Endo at Man City and you put Rodri at Liverpool, do you think Man City can still function the same way about the system with their system?
Not as effectively, but I'll be real with you. We've seen Rico Lewis centre midfield. We've seen
Rico Lewis ain't Endo. Endo's not even Rico Lewis. If that
hear
makes
me
sense.
out, man. If there's anyone we've seen put
I know
players in
that
other
could do
positions,
it.
It's Pep in it.
But
like,
you're asking a lot, though, bro.
Do you know,
That's
I
what I'm trying to
disagree with
say,
that because every time Rodri didn't play, Man City didn't win.
is actually
Do you agree with me, Drift? Is that what you're saying?
Actually, yeah, it's actually a fact, Cal. It's actually a statistical fact. Rodri won every game he played in or didn't lose. And when he wasn't, any game they lost, Rodri weren't playing.
He's
It's
their most
actually a
important player, in
statistical
my
fact.
opinion. He's the glue for their system. You take out Rodri, and
I think Endo is good enough to fill in a gap. But if we're talking a 38-game season with a swap, we win the league easy.
But Cal, in my opinion,
Rodri for Endo swap, we win the league. We nearly won the league with Endo.
If you put Rodri at
we didn't
Liverpool,
almost win the league, bro.
Well, until the 33rd game, we were top of the league, so we did almost win the league.
But
I know
5 games short, but we didn't almost win the league.
Bro, if Rodri's at
5
Liverpool,
games short with Endo. Imagine if it was Rodri, bruv. If we only got 5 games short from winning the league with Endo, Cal, you don't think if we had Rodri instead, we
Rodri's
win
a
the
match winner as well. Rodri is a match
guys,
winner.
I'm not disputing that Rodri's way better than Endo. I'm just saying it's not a guarantee we win it with Rodri because the system wasn't great. But have you seen Rodri when? Oh, hold on. Have you seen Rodri when he's left on an island by himself?
I understand that. You're saying system.
No,
and I get
guys,
it.
answer the question. Have you ever seen Rodri left on an island by himself?
Bro, have you seen Endo left on an island by himself? Have you seen
Many
Endo
times, yes.
I saw Endo get pressed by Sheffield United and he panicked, bro.
No, bro, I'm talking from a defensive standpoint.
Yeah,
have we seen Endo by himself defending by himself in midfield? We have.
No, bro.
We don't see Rodri doing that, do we?
No. What you said is true. Systems are very important, but you need the right personnel to implement the system, bro. That's why I say to you, if Endo is at Man City, bro, I'm telling you, I hate to say it, that sounds weird, but I just don't think they win the league. They can't, in my opinion. Man City cannot win the league as Endo starting as that DM.
No,
Liverpool
I agree.
have a way better chance of winning the league with Rodri as the CDM. Even if the system and tactics, inverting all that crap, yeah, Rodri is just a supreme world-class midfielder, and Endo's not even close. They're not even in the same stratosphere.
Hold on, let me just ask you a question, Cal, so I can see where your head is on this. Let's swap Endo for Rice. Do we win the league?
If the system's wrong, nah.
The exact same system we played all season. Swap Rice with Endo. Do we win the league?
No, I don't think we do.
I think Rice or Rodri in our team when we win the league easy. Like by about maybe 4 or 5 points. Because you got to remember the other team don't have that player as well. So like Matt said, not being disrespectful to Endo, but you take Endo and put him in Arsenal's midfield and then give us Rice, or you take Endo and put him in Man City's midfield and you give us Rodri. I think we win the league by about 4 or 5
to put into
points.
context, Rodri scored 8 Premier League goals, and if I'm not mistaken, a few of them maybe were clutch. 8, yeah? That is a CDM match winner. He's born to do this thing.
You don't have to know Rodri to me, guys. Rice.
I know. What I'm saying is, as much as I agree with you regarding the system has to be important because it can't work, but the personnel as well, bro. You cannot have Endo in a Man City team and think you can do the same thing.
All I'm saying to you guys, I think the system is more important than the personnel.
I think they go hand in hand.
I think they go. Yeah, I think it's hand in hand. If not, it don't work.
You can't do one without the other. They literally.
Yeah, I agree, Drift. You can't, bro.
That's the reason why Burnley got relegated, because there's a good system that was being played by a thingy, but he didn't have the players to do it.
You get the person. No, it's like the square pegs and round holes thing, isn't it? Or
watch out! I know everybody is laughing at the fact that he's been given the job, but I think with the better players, he'll actually do a good job at Bayern Munich because he'll try and play a system where he's got players that can play it.
Question here: I can't even see who wrote. Did we lose the league because of Endo?
No, Endo wasn't to blame for losing the league, but I think our defensive structure would have been a lot better, and a lot of those cheap goals that we let in might not have happened because there was a lot of cheap goals that we let in. And remember that at the period of the season when Endo played well wasn't as big of the period of the season where he either A, wasn't playing or didn't play well. I think that's another thing that, because remember, McAllister don't have to play 6 all that time if we've got Rodri from the beginning.
No, I hear that, but we effectively lost the league because of structure and our attackers not being clinical enough.
No, I just think everybody in the team lost form at the same time for whatever reason may be.
Our attackers weren't clinical enough.
Yeah, but our defenders weren't defending well, and our midfielders stopped being good in midfield as well.
No,
the whole team just went down at the same time.
If our attackers were even 5% collectively more clinical, we could have probably won the league.
I know that's the easy way to look at it.
No, but Endo was not to blame for us not winning the league.
No, I don't think anybody is to blame.
I wasn't to blame.
I don't think any individual is to blame.
No individual. That's why I said attackers. I never once mentioned.
I'm not saying that the attackers scoring the goals couldn't have won us the league, because I do agree. But I also think that that's a very simplistic way to look at it. We also conceded a lot of goals, and a lot of the times it was individual mistakes. I know the structure may have been a part of the reason, but there's a lot of the time when you're looking at it, you think to yourself, that's just individual mistakes. That what the hell is that? Like the goal against Crystal Palace, the goal against Man United. They're looking at that. That's not structure. It's just a dumb-ass individual mistake. And then all of a sudden, the whole game's flipped on its head. So you can blame defense, midfield, and attack, you lot.
And you used the 2 perfect games, which have just proved my point. How many chances did we have to kill Man United and Crystal Palace in those games?
We had a lot.
All right, that's my point.
No, I get that. But a defensive mistake is still a lot more unacceptable than a missed chance.
But we
generally in football,
let me counter that though. How many times did we concede the first goal through poor defending? And let's say it was the system, and let's say the system was off, right? But that's because the personnel within that system wasn't good enough. So young people say Liverpool, the whole basketball thing, back and forth. We didn't really control games like on Arsenal or Man City. You put a Rodri in there. And I'm not saying we're not going to concede every single time, but I think we have a better chance of not conceding every time because he can smell danger better than Endo. He's a better player. He's a more complete player.
Does Rodri score the goals that Salah was missing chances?
No, but he can get you 8 goals, the same as our wingers, bro. How about that?
No, but that's this is my point, man.
Clutch. No, but Rodri's an anomaly. The reason I'm using Rodri. Bro, Rodri is a match
whether
winner.
You Rodri or Rice, they can't put the ball in the back of the net.
I'm not saying Rice. Rodri is, bro. Rice is sick. Rodri is different. Rodri is a match winner, bro.
Matt, I'm not disputing what you're saying. I'm not
when
disputing
the chips are down, when KDB is not there and Foden ain't doing something, it's Rodri, you know.
What would you say to this, bro? We scored the second highest goals in Liverpool's Premier League history. So even though towards the end of the season we can see that there was times we should have scored and we didn't, technically the attackers did their job. If it's the second highest tally we've ever had in the Premier League,
no, they didn't do their job.
How were the other players not doing their jobs in all the other seasons when they got less goals than this?
Because it's not just about It's not just about the rate you're scoring goals. It's about when you're meant to score the goals, bro. We had how many? Hold on, how many chances did we have against Man United and Crystal Palace? Why is it we were giving the players 3s and 4s, and then we're going to turn around and say the attackers did their job this season?
Come on, man. Listen, we can't.
I think the attackers did their job too.
They did not do their job
because they all had decent output. There's just individual games that you can look at, and you can
they did not do their thing this season. The attackers did not.
How?
Or else we'd be lifting 2 more trophies.
Maybe I'm saying a different point. The whole point was about the DM thing, yeah. And I'm saying if you get a serious DM in there, it really helps Liverpool. I understand the structure needed to change because I didn't like it. You know me already. I was the first one talking about the way how our defensive structure was from the second game of the season, bro. Saying our transitions are a mess. So I understand that. But what I am also saying is you get a better player in where the other player is, where he's not as good, and it will improve your chances. Is it going to get you over the line? It might not. But what I am saying is the player that I'm mentioning is a special caliber player, something that you don't find every now and again. And I understand if you ask them on the island, look what Diaz done to him at Anfield, where he skimmed him and made Rodri dropping up. I understand that. But Rodri is just like, bro, I'm going to be real. I reckon teams look at Rodri and think he's got that it factor. Like, bro, Rodri's playing. Bruv, it's mad today.
Matt, I'm not disputing. I remember my argument was.
They don't look at Endo like that.
It wasn't.
I'm going to get the ball, bro.
No, but you guys asked me, would we win the league with those? I'm not saying we wouldn't have done better. We would have done better. I just don't think
way
we would have
better,
won the league.
in my opinion.
I don't think we would have won the league though, because our attackers weren't clinical enough
have.
and the system weren't right.
No, you might be right as well.
No, but that's what I'm saying. We might
two
have.
things can be right at the same time.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not saying you guys are wrong, but
Roger
you can't
improves,
say
but we
I'm
might not have won the league. Yeah, Roger improves, we might not won the league. But what I'm saying is, but you also, and to Drift's point, he did say, remember, you've got to remember, Endo is now Man City, so they ain't got Rodri in their team.
No, I hear that, but we've also seen Man City with flipping Gundogan as false nine and without Kevin De Bruyne for whole seasons. This season they lost Kevin De Bruyne and Haaland at the same time. They still won the league. So if there's any manager that can look at the set of players he's got and go, yeah, I might not have him, but I've got him. I'm going to make something work here. It's probably Pep.
But they got.
But they didn't win a game without Rodri, though, Kel. That's the point. So they've got replaced.
Who did they? How many games did they play without Rodri, and how many games did they lose?
Five or six.
And who was it against? What was the context?
I can't remember now. 5 or 6 though.
I know we missed the Arsenal game. I can't remember.
The Arsenal game where they scored a deflected goal and they didn't look like scoring in that game regardless.
I think they lost to like Wolves and someone else. Like games, there's no way they should have been losing.
But they've lost to Wolves with Rodri in the team. We've seen them lose to Wolves many a times.
No, but the point is Rodri is actually more important to them as an individual than De Bruyne or Haaland is. He's actually their most important player.
He might be, but let's not act like Pep couldn't have found a solution.
No, I'm not saying he couldn't have found a solution.
No, I've never said that. I'm saying there's no way that
there's no way they beat us to this season's league title if they haven't got Rodri all season and we do. I
don't think Rodri played like 30-something games in this season, so it's not like he played.
And another reason why I truly do believe that it is goes hand in hand, especially is I think both of you have agreed that you don't really think the tactics have been tweaked that much since Klopp's been at Liverpool, and that means it is the personnel then, because it worked when we had the first round of players, and then we've tried to do a rebuild and these players haven't worked. So if the tactics are very similar, that's literally just the individuals. It was a good system.
Hold on, we haven't said the tactics haven't changed. We just said we don't like the way the tactics have changed.
I remember us having a conversation when you guys said that Klopp hasn't really changed his tactics the majority of the time he's been at Liverpool.
We played invert last season. That's very different.
That was my argument during when we was having the conversation. I was saying to you guys, no, he's actually changed quite a lot. And you just said pretty much the tactics have been the same since Klopp got here. We literally had an argument about this.
What?
I don't remember the
no, bro. I'm actually genuinely being honest. I tried to think of an argument
about the tactics, and you guys were in agreement that Klopp hasn't really changed the tactics much. And
I said,
I think he's changed the tactics about 3 or 4 times in the time he's been here. You guys said, nah, he's pretty much just always played a very similar way.
We had a conversation saying how many times he changed the tactics in comparison to the others, not just how many times he changed the tactics.
I don't know. Was I?
But you guys were in agreement that he hasn't really changed the tactics very
No, we're in agreement that he hasn't changed the tactics as much as Pep.
I don't think I remember.
He hasn't.
All right, I don't want to. I remember the conversation, but anyway, the point remained.
I don't remember it. No, I'm not even trying to get out. Was I in the conversation?
The conversation was about me saying that Klopp does know how to change tactics, and you lot saying no, you don't think he knows how to. That was the argument that we were having.
Now, Pinto, all jokes aside, yeah, people are. Was I in this argument, Drift?
Yes, you both was you. We were you because remember the whole conversation was based around how Pep's so amazing at being able to change his tactics, and you lot were like, Klopp don't change his tactics, and the whole conversation was me saying,
so what did I say?
Does change tactics.
What did I say?
Well, if it was last year,
that he might make a few tweaks, but he kind of just plays the same tactics, and that's why it's not working anymore.
Android 118 saying if it was last year, so if it was last year before we went to the inverted system, then I think we would have been right in saying what we were saying because he hadn't changed the tactics.
Well, he has, because there's been we've gone to changing from one system to the fullbacks now being the attacking. That was why he wanted the number 10. He didn't get the 10 in check. But anyway, the point I was making wasn't even to drag you lot on that. It was just to say
I'm trying to remember the 4-3-3
if he does play very similar tactics, it proves the individuals are very important, because when he had the world-class players, the system worked, and now we don't have world-class players, the system hasn't worked. So even if you lot were right, that would prove it.
No, we're playing very different to how we were playing. But when we had Gini and Hendo and Fabinho, We're not playing the same as when we played them.
But that was my argument at the time, and you lot were saying we are playing. I'm so baffled as to why we had that argument.
No,
then.
I'm baffled because I remember what you're saying.
That
but
was my
I
whole
don't remember.
argument at the time, that I'm saying Klopp has changed the tactics since he's been at Liverpool about 3 or 4 times at least. And your argument was that he's barely changed the tactics. Anyway.
Bro, I remember
Back
talking
to
about
what we was
formation.
originally talking about.
I'm just being real. I genuinely, bro, I remember formation.
I remember formation. I remember philosophy.
Jenny, I'm being real. If you remember, then you can have a go at me. See, that someone said
it doesn't matter.
Bro,
Anyway.
I genuinely don't remember this. That's me.
I don't even know how we got here, so it doesn't even matter.
I won't lie about it. You know what I mean? There's nothing to lie about.
We got here because I said I don't think we'd win the league even if we had Rodri or Rice.
Oh yeah, that was it. Yeah, I do.
Fair enough.
You know what I said already.
No, I do. But no one's had a rebuttal with the attackers not scoring in crucial times or scoring the rate that they should have been. So
no, I agree with that. But then I
that's
also
what the
agree
two
that
things
a
can
lot
be
of
right.
individual mistakes in defense have cost us goals we shouldn't have let in. That we've still scored goals in those games, Cal. That's the crazy thing. And other than the Crystal Palace game, we've still scored goals in those games, and defensive lapses have also been a part of why we didn't get the wins.
No Pinto,
especially Man United as an example. It was Nunes made a mistake defensively. Kwanzaa made a mistake defensively. Oh no, sorry, Nunes was the FA Cup, wasn't it? How did they score their second goal, Man United, in that game? Was it a defensive mistake? It
was because our attackers didn't put the ball in the back of the net when we had 4.
No, I understand.
And it was like
but we also let Man U score 2 goals, Cal. So it's both. It's defense and attack.
We were 2-1 up, and we had about 3 or 4.
But we was losing, bro. We had to get a penalty to get the equaliser, bro.
Oh, I'm talking about the FA Cup game. I'm talking about the FA Cup game.
No, the league, because we're talking about winning the league. So to win the league, we were 1-0 up, and then we went 2-1 down.
Before we were 1-0 up, how many chances did we have to score?
But you can win a game 1-0, Cal.
No,
so the point is, defense is just as culpable as the attack.
You can win a game 1-0 if you don't have 6 or 7 clear-cut chances. This is my point. I don't get how this is an argument.
Still letting goals in order for, like, you can win a game 1-0.
So our defense is
win a game 1-0.
Let me get this straight. Our defense has to be perfect every game, but our attackers can miss as many chances as they want.
No. But it wasn't about the defense having like a bit of like they were making actual mistakes.
So who? All right, in your opinion,
be happening.
Who was more to blame in that game, the defense or the attack, for the draw against Man United?
I literally think it was split down the middle.
How can it be drift,
bro? Kwanzaa literally gave the actual
one mistake. One mistake.
But how it wasn't just about the mistake; it was the swing of the game. It was the entire momentum of the match.
What about the momentum when the attackers are missing chance after chance after chance?
We still had momentum, bro. That's why we were battering them, and they got belief from the goal we gave them. If we don't give them that goal, bro, they don't get belief.
If we go 2 or 3-0 up, they don't have that belief drift.
That's
and that happens
true
before
as well. And that's why I'm saying they're both as culpable as each other. They're both as culpable as each other.
Chat. Hang in there.
That's why. That's what it is, bruv. They are both as culpable as each other.
I'll be honest, because you're an attacker drift, I think you've got a real bias towards attackers, bruv. Like attackers can just miss chances because they're allowed to miss chances. No, bro, those sort of chances they're not allowed to.
No, I don't. I never said that, bruv. I never said they're allowed to miss chances. I'm saying that missing chances is part of the game, but making an individual error in defense,
mistakes, bruv, is part of the game.
not the ones that we've been making, bro. Like passing the ball to the opposition. And heading the ball up instead of out, and then not winning the second. But like those are like basics, bro.
Defensive errors shouldn't be a part of the game, but missing sitters should be fine. That's fine.
No, missing chances is unfortunately part of the game. Based on the fact that
sitters, bro.
They weren't all sitters, bro. They weren't all sitters. Every chance we missed is in the
Man United, instead of Nunes just knocking the ball into the back of the net, he's crossed it back across goal. Like, what are we doing? Bro, they miss sitters also. Curtis Jones threw on goal, missed the sitter. Diaz threw on goal, missed the sitter. Nunes missed sitters. Salah missed sitters.
No, I think you're misusing. A sitter is 5 yards out, and the goalkeeper's like scrambling. That's a sitter. A 1-on-1 with a goalkeeper is an easy chance, but it's not a sitter, bro. A one-on-one is not a sitter. It's an easy chance. There's a difference.
Luton Nunes, sitter. Bro, we have
Yeah,
seen
that is a sitter.
Bro, we've
but
seen
like,
them all miss sitters this season. They've all missed sitters.
Look, all I'm saying is both are as culpable as each other, and that's what I believe. I think the defense has been poor at times individually, and I think the forwards have been poor individually as well. I think both of them are culpable because you can win a game 1-0, but we went 2-1 down.
Win a game 4-0, bro. If the attacker's getting enough chances.
I know, but bro, it's still 3 points. Whether it's 1-0 or 4-0, it's 3 points. So if the defense ain't letting in goals, you're still winning them games, bro. Because I think other than Crystal Palace, we scored in every single game. So the point is defense and the attack are both as culpable as each other.
Bro, you're not being fair in this argument at all.
I think I am, bro.
You're not.
I'm remembering some calamitous defensive mistakes we've made. Like really poor defending. Really poor defending.
And really poor attacking.
I know, that's what I'm saying, bro. They're both the same. I'm not saying the attack was better than the defense, bro. I'm saying they're both as culpable as each other this season.
They're not this season, Drew. They're not.
All the attackers got double figures.
I don't care about them getting double figures. What? Scoring goals in Europa against dead teams we've never heard about, bro. I don't care, bro.
It wasn't just that, bro. That's being disingenuous.
No, it was, bro. It was
being disingenuous, bro.
No, I'm not being disingenuous, bro. Who did Nunes score his goals against in the league? Who did Diaz score his goals against in the league? Who did Gakpo
So Nunes' winners against Nottingham Forest and Newcastle are irrelevant.
I never said they're irrelevant, bro. But what about
but you kind of are. You get Udi score pass.
So what about when Virgil and Ali are saving us game after game? What about when Trent was seen as the player of the season before he got injured? Is he a defender?
Yeah, but that doesn't mean he didn't make calamitous mistakes as well. Look at him at Everton at the back post.
Nunes weren't missing sitters every week or every other week, bro.
But this is what I'm saying. They both had good and bad elements. Trent was amazing. Come back from the injury. Look at him against Everton. Look at Trent against Everton, bro. Like, come on, they're both as bad as each other.
So just because they all hit double figures, the attack's absolved of the situation.
Oh, Cal, you're literally, Bob, you're putting words in my mouth. I said they're both as bad as each other. I'm not sitting here saying the attackers are amazing. I'm saying the attackers did as well of a job this season as the defenders did. I think they're both as culpable in good and bad ways. There are games and they're both brilliant, and there are games and they're both poor. They were both as culpable as each other.
100 more shots than the next team in the league, bro. 100 more.
But if I'm not mistaken, we're also letting 44 goals in the league. That's not good enough, bruv.
Well, what's going to happen, bruv, when the people in front of you ain't scoring and then the pressure starts going back?
Oh, my God, Cal, how is it the striker's fault the defender made a mistake? Bro, come on, man.
Oh, my.
Oh, come on, man.
You know what? Cool.
That is being unfair.
You see how you brought up Nunes in the Newcastle game. Who was it who stopped us going behind further goals in the Newcastle game? Who was that?
Alisson.
Okay, cool. Now not part of the defense. Hold on, wait a minute. When Joe Gomez came on the pitch,
now he's being technical because you know we don't talk about the goalie when we talk about defense. That's being too. That's a technicality.
We don't talk about the goalie when we talk about.
All right, we're talking about.
Right, forget about him then. When Joe Gomez came on the pitch, did we not collectively say that was one of his best performances?
Yeah.
It was 1-0 when Virgil got sent off. He was on the pitch when we went 1-0 down. He got sent off. Did we not keep it to 1-0? And then what happened in that game? The attacker actually did his job.
But I never said the defense played bad in that game.
So
when did I say they played bad in that game? But there are games they have played bad in. But bro, so you don't think the defense?
Hold on. When have I ever said the defense haven't played bad? I'm just sitting there saying that the attack is more culpable for us not winning the league than the defense this season.
All right.
How can it not be? How can it not be?
Because we let 44 goals in the league. But we also let him 44 goals in the league, Cal. You can't win a title with 44 goals conceded. You can't, bro.
Let's have a look at the table and see how many each team conceded and each team scored. In comparison to the amount of chances conceded and chances created as well. And then we'll see the ratio.
I don't even want to bring you into this, but who do you think is more culpable? The defense, the attack, or do you think it's even?
Man.
It's just a simple question because you must have an opinion on it.
We conceded 7 more goals than Man City and scored 10 less.
Exactly. So it's about the same. That's lit,
Not
bro.
the
That's
same, no way.
numerically. That's pretty much
Oh
the
my God.
same.
How can it be? How can it be the same when one team has 100
Nah,
more
you
shots
man,
and the
you
team
man,
that
you
scored
man,
10
you
more
man.
goals? Come on, man.
You man, let's move on. Let's move on because let me read out the supers because we're never gonna get anywhere, guys. We got to end the show, man. Come on, you man. Agree, disagree in it. H.
No, that's fine. I don't mind agreeing.
Agree, disagree. Yeah. Robbo and Endo in one back line. Spartacus level technication. Why don't you throw Gerald Butler to replace Trent? I said Gerald Butler, you know. Big up Firmino says Wilder loses to Joshua's shadow in.
Oh yeah, I would never want to see
Yeah,
them
I
two
don't want to
fight
see
now.
Yeah, we don't want to see that. We don't ever want to see that.
I still
Jay,
think
actually-
5 years ago he would have beat Joshua, but no.
Jay says the milk bosses on my train. I remember he said that. No one said pause.
Come on, grow up. Grow up.
Delta Jr. needs to do another world class players video. Like, yeah, apparently we do. Big Mohammed, Madrid are so amazing. I feel sick, which was Madrid has just won their 14th, if I'm not mistaken. It makes me. Was it 15? It makes me sick.
Yeah,
Well, yeah, they're just freaking annoying. They're just inevitable. Michael Johnson's guys, I feel like we are getting Osimhen. Nah, I don't see it.
That's
Arsenal.
That's
Arsenal.
No, Arsenal. I thought Osimhen was well sought after, so I thought that would make Arsenal happy.
Don't know if it's a
I
type
think they are happy if they get Osimhen.
I think Osimhen does better at Chelsea than he does. It's the style of play, though. Michael Johnson, I think these lots are left centre back, left back, DM, left wing, and striker. Oh, cheers, Michael. Quite a few.
Yeah, not much there.
Yeah, not too much.
I fully agree, though. I'd probably swap right wing for left wing.
Yeah, that's like yeah.
And a right back.
You know what?
And a right back. He's not wrong.
Actually, no. You could theoretically take out the left back if you put a Pacho there. So that's someone that can play.
Yeah, you change left back for right back and left.
I don't think left back is as important when you've got Simicas, Robbo, Owen Beck, and Luke Chambers. Cal, you're Owen Beck fan, isn't it?
Yeah, I am. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. So I think we've got the players there. So maybe a left back spot. Big up NQ. Realistically, our forwards should be breaking records. I agree. The amount of chance that they get is absolutely insane how they don't finish. Selection. End to the end game is Klopp Mo. He's like entertaining the masses. One man, a DM. Don't change that, in my opinion. Our system, out of position, was not good. I know, I agree. That's why I said two things can be right at the same time. I think Rodri massively improves Liverpool's chances, but I also understand the structure of the team was just not right. I fully agree with that. The transitions and stuff was just a joke. And then keeps the drift. Never have you said our defense was bad.
Of course I have.
Over season, you said you're fine with the system and stuff, bro.
I am. Obviously, I have some issues with it. I believe that we ran out of steam why we didn't win the league. We were top of the league on the 33rd game of the season. I think we ran out of steam, but
Michael Johnson says, no, brothers, I'm not happy with Osimhen. Oh, fair play, you're not. I'm guessing Arsenal fans wanted, what's his name? Is it Benjamin Sesko from...
No, they're obsessed with Isak now.
No, a few of them want Benjamin Sesko from RB.
Oh, the majority of the Arsenal fans I've seen have said they think he's good, but they prefer Isak.
Oh, fair play. And yeah, I think that is it for the that's it. Yeah, Benjamin Sesko, yeah. For the supers. Listen, people, as you know, it's not a Monday night show without a debate, because this is what we do. We always
scoring goals
debate.
is the hardest thing to do in football, people. That's all I'm saying.
We always debate.
When you're a couple yards out and there's no goalie there.
Come on, bro. You know that wasn't all the chances, man.
I hope everybody enjoyed till Monday. We'll be back. When are we back, guys?
I don't actually know.
All right, stay tuned to the socials. We'll be back.
You know what? I'm hoping it's tomorrow because we've had a blood clot press conference from our flipping manager.
I don't think you're going to see it tomorrow. I don't know why, bro.
Yeah, I don't think it doesn't seem like it.
I know, why, but
I don't think we're going to see it. I'll be honest. I don't know why, but
is he real?
What's man saying?
Is this a hologram thing?
AI, what Ben Davis' father? Can't be.
Are they just
You know
gonna
what?
get? Are they gonna get any youth to sit down and then do the face replacement AI thing?
I'll be all right if he's working on signings already with the rest of them lot.
Guys, because it's the Euros, I think maybe it's just a lot going on. That's all I can think of in it. There's a lot going on.
No, but the Euros haven't started yet, bro. Like he can have
No,
a
what
press
I mean,
conference
no, it hasn't started, but like it's the Europe, like it starts this month, innit? Like, it's this month, innit? You guys want to
yeah,
say?
not even 2 weeks, like about 10 days.
Yeah,
or something.
so yeah, man. I big up XGTX in more drafts. Yeah, there'll be more drafts. Don't worry about that.
So one thing I'll say in the comments, guys, I'm seeing a lot of you using this as an excuse to get on Nunes. I was very clear when I spoke about the attackers. I mentioned every single attacker, maybe apart from Jota. It was not just Nunes. Nunes had his fair share, but please hold the same energy for Salah. Please hold the same energy for Diaz, and please hold the same energy for Gakpo. And hold the same energy for Curtis Jones, because he went through on goal against Crystal Palace and skied it as well. Don't do again. I'm not even his biggest fan. You all know this. You know my thoughts on Nunes. I purposely said the whole attack. It was not just Darwin. Because if Darwin was the only one missing, that would have meant the other ones were scoring, and they weren't. They were all poo-poo, runny poo-poo.
The crazy thing about the people who keep on just busting all the shots at Nunes is, if I'm not mistaken, the last 5 games, Nunes didn't even play. He might come off the bench in some of them. He weren't even playing.
But he was also missing chances when he was coming off the bench. That's the point.
But I'm just saying we should already be winning before Nunes comes on, right?
Yeah.
Like if it's the 70th minute, we should already be winning the game.
I think we kind of were in those games.
But the forwards who were playing weren't scoring even when Nunes was on the bench. So our midfield is the only part of the team I think that like consistently throughout the season was pretty much level, like and did well, or as well as they could, should I say? And the keeper, obviously.
We got a problem. Listen, people, like I said, we'll be back. We'll be back later on this week. We'll let you know whether it's going to be Tuesday or Wednesday. Stay tuned to all the socials. We'll let you know. And yeah, man, hopefully we hear something from Liverpool regarding Arnie Slot. I'm sure there will be some type of interview or something. We'll be there to cover that as well. You know what I mean? Get our thoughts on what he said, whatever in one of the shows. We'll incorporate that in. And yeah, we have another blessed Monday, man. But yeah, guys, anything you want to say before we take the people out?
Yeah, just because me and Drifty had a debate doesn't mean we're going to go and kill each other, people. So I don't really see.
No, the people always think that. They always think.
Surely everyone knows by that. We have had way more heated arguments than that, and we're still like, it's just.
I didn't even think it was that heated. If I'll be honest,
it wasn't heated. It wasn't heated. That's the thing. But I know
on the Richter scale, that's like a 4.
No, I don't think anybody. But everybody, like, we know how to separate.
You'll see.
We know how to separate the difference between a football argument.
Me and Drift had one the other day that was higher than this.
Guys, I'm not talking about you two. I'm just saying you'll see what the comments do.
Nah, big at the comments.
Once the stream finishes, we just go back to normal.
But big at the chat because they will big at the chat each every time because they run the narratives, isn't it? They will run the narratives. Taji says Nunes bugs away contagious.
It's not just him. It's not just him.
It's not just him. You guys say what it is. I think him being maybe seen as the main striker. Yeah, and the amount of chance that he gets, he is a lot. But he's not the only person that's missed chances.
Just quickly before we go, I reckon every player we've discussed will be nowhere near Liverpool, and we'll just sign people we didn't even think we were going to sign. That's what I think is going to happen anyway.
Probably.
Big up Gaz. If you could choose 3 ex-Liverpool players, big up Gaz every time. If you could choose 3 ex-Liverpool players to play for us now, who would it be? No Suarez or Stevie?
Aga, Mascherano, and Fowler.
No, but Cal, that would still mean Aga would be injury prone because you have to be realistic as in him. So, like, you'd still have the injury worries of Daniel Aga, innit?
That's a good point. Still.
Reverse card, yeah, Drift. I see you.
No, because that would just be like having Matip, innit? Like, brilliant player, but he's always injured.
Can we say Fabinho? I'll say Fabinho because he was never injured. Fabinho.
Yeah, you could say
Fabinho for Endo.
I mean, you can say who you want. I'm just saying.
Replace Nunes with You said no. So Torres. So Torres for Nunes, Fabinho for Endo.
I'm going right back Marcus Babbel then.
Over
So
left back. Because
so
we
where does
kind of
Trent-
need a left back more.
Wait,
than a
wait.
right
So where does Trent play?
Midfield.
back.
Midfield.
So what's your midfield then for the team?
Mascherano, Trent, and Mack in the 10. Okay. Yeah. You like that, innit,
So you're
Matt?
putting Trent in midfield with, I don't know, who are your 3 people that you're bringing in?
I'm bringing in Marcus Babbel, Mascherano, and Robbie Fowler. Yeah, you like that. No holes there. You know there isn't.
And what's the midfield you said?
Trent, Mascherano, and Mack in the 10.
It could work still. It could work. Could work.
I'm bringing back.
Hey, it could work. Fowler, with the chances that these finishes about
Right.
68 goals in the Prem alone.
I'm properly like.
Well, I'm
going
just
back and
saying.
forward
No,
in
I'm
my
just
mind.
saying it could work.
I'm going back and forward in my mind between Torres and Owen.
But Fowler couldn't do the pressing team.
But my
Yeah,
two definites are Mane and Mascherano. So it's Mane, Mascherano, and Owen or Torres.
Yeah, that'll be the other one. Mine, fling
Um,
out. Nah, that sounds rude. Not fling out. Replace Diaz with
Right.
Mane.
I said dash him
No,
out
because
like
when
you
you
know
said
the York.
Mane, man just thought, oh, bro, Mane. Are you stupid? But I'm not gonna lie. I rate Diaz.
I
as a
will
player.
sit here. I will sit here and tell you guys right now. Even with Endo struggling to adapt to being a DM and all that, swap Mane and Diaz, and I still think we win the league this season.
No, put Mane for Diaz, Fabinho for Endo, Torres for
Do you know what's crazy?
Nunes.
Nobody said Xavi.
I don't think we need a
Alonso.
controller as much as we need.
I know, but
strength.
it's
Yeah.
just mad that nobody was bringing back the goal.
No, do you know what it is, bro? If we never had a McAllister, I would have changed the form. I would have been different
If I had a
conversation.
McAllister or Trent, then Alonso would be the first name.
I would have went to the Benitez era and done the pivot thing.
I was very, very tempted, very, very tempted as well to think about bringing back a defender. Like,
You know, Mane that missed
one of
against
our-
Man
one
City.
of our
what
old
Diaz
school
did.
centre
It's
backs.
actually criminal. When I think about it, bro.
There is a misconception because Salah and Mane did miss chances, you know.
Yeah, I was going
But
to
they
say
didn't
Mane,
miss.
Mane did miss chances like that.
We got to stop doing this. Salah and Mane missed chances, yeah? But did they miss as many chances as these men?
Not as many, but they did miss chances.
These men are allergic to scoring goals at times.
I hear it. Like they were obviously
You guys wanna
Mane
say?
are obviously more clinical, but I do think I think just right. There is revisionism. Like
Bruh,
Mane,
I've never really
intelligent
read
stance.
Pep Linders' book other than maybe the first, I think, 3 chapters, yeah. But bro, he big up Pep Linders, you know, because he did say with Mane and Salah between the lines, he goes, they're literally predatory. He was like, they are the complete forwards that you want. They're aggressive, they're quick, they can fit it. Bro, the blueprint that Pep Linders had with their man there was a mad thing, you know. It was a mad thing. And then when it's the same team with these type of players, probably you just got to admit they're not the same. And that's not having a go at Nunes or Diaz, by the way. They're just not the same caliber of player. And you know, so crazy. Hear the joke before we go. Hear the joke. Nunes is perceived as being wasteful with chances. Firmino wasn't even a goal scorer. But here's the joke. The false 9 was a way better finisher than the striker that's been bought for 85 mil.
I think that's a bit of revisionism as well. Bobby was extremely. There was one season where Bobby was playing so badly that I just lost my rag with it.
No, you did.
He was no, guys. Let's not forget he was missing chances that you lot couldn't even defend when I was losing my rag.
No, bro. Can I be honest with you?
Couldn't even defend these misses, and we all know that was
Bobby's misses have been shocking. But can I be honest with you? This is not
ridiculous
like
chances, bro.
Can I be honest with you though? And this is not me being harsh.
None of them have been worse than Nunes this season.
I've never seen a miss that Bobby Firmino has done like a Luton or a Man United ever from Firmino.
No, maybe not on that caliber. I agree with that, but I mean like getting the chances to win the game and not taking them.
I understand that.
It was still a high level for Bobby.
But can I tell you the difference between the two players?
It was like proper getting like
Nunes took it round a defender, beat the goalkeeper, and went at the open goal and he hit the post. Imagine this. Firmino does no look finishing. Let's put that to bed. Let's no look. Do you think Nunes can ever do a no look?
No,
Ever.
I know, but obviously
He
the
looks
caveat
at
is
the
he
ball
might
and
not
still
have had the
misses. That
pace
sounds
to
harsh.
do
It
the
can sound
first
harsh.
part. So it's like it depends.
Remember, they're different style of players. My whole argument is we had a false 9, and we used to say we wish he was more clinical. We went to go and buy a number 9, and he's less clinical than the false 9. Then the penny just dropped there, innit? No one can't say nothing. That's actually mad, innit?
No comment.
Bobby was a special player, so
Do you guys what I say, bro? That's mad. That is kind of mad, though. Even as I'm saying it out loud, that is actually crazy. We had a false 9. We wanted to be more clinical, and we're going by a number 9 who's less clinical than the false 9. And I'm not even looking at stats, by the way. I don't even know the stats. I could be proven wrong, by the way. The stats might say Nunes is more clinical, but just the eye test, bro. I can't. I just can't. But anyways, big up, guys. What's this? Big up Rakan 78. Big up yourself, my bro.
big up.
And guys, again, big up yourself, my bro. He says, I got Hippier, Aga, and Fowler. # team defense. I'm guessing you mean Aga before Aga even got his first injury at Liverpool. Because like Jeff was saying, you've got to factor in the injuries, innit? And that's the problem with Aga. The injuries is the only thing that let him down. It's the same reason why
Aga's not playing as much. You can rotate him more. Isn't it?
Even a Sturridge.
I thought about Hippier, and the only thing that stopped me from going with Hippier is I wouldn't want to see Hippier playing in a Klopp high line.
Klopp's not there anymore.
Well, I'm just basing it off the season we had, isn't it? I wouldn't want to see Hip. That's the one thing I wouldn't want to see Hippier doing. It looked like a fish out of water.
I don't want to see any of these defenders doing high line for no reason.
I know, but at least these men are athletic enough, though, bro. Do you remember how slow Hippier was? Oh my god, if he played in a high line,
no, he can't be high line Hippier. You mad, bro?
Oh man,
high line.
It would have got embarrassing for Hippier.
No way. You'd have to do a Chelsea 05, 06 defense. Back against the wall, the lowest of low.
No, you don't have to. You don't have to go that far.
No, mid block. Mid.
Yeah.
We never played low block. Well,
yeah,
sorry,
that's what I was going to say.
Hippier
doesn't have to be that
guys,
far back.
I hate it. Hippier is a legend. In this current game right now, Hippier will get roasted by. When I say roasted, pause. I'm talking about pace wise. There's no. Hippier wasn't that guy. Never. He's never been that guy, bro. We're just going off because he can see danger. He can sense danger. You guys want to say?
No, I hear it from an athletic standpoint, but
Hippier even in the mid block, bro. It's not looking good in this style of football.
Ali, I don't even know who's quicker at a Reece and Hippier. Honestly, I don't know, and I don't know. You know, Cal. I don't like Hippier.
I think Hippier
looked like he was running in quicksand when he tried to sprint.
But
like,
this is what I'm trying to say.
Hippier in his prime was quicker.
Nah, Project 5 AM. You need to sit down. How come I say Aga was overrated? You don't. No disrespect, bro, but that's wild to say that.
Yeah, Kojo. Do you believe it's love the club?
Kojo's not serious.
I can feel I'm missing. I really do think you're good enough. Oh,
bro.
I've just got flipping shit voice in my head. That is hilarious.
No, that's mad. Big up Kojo. But yeah, no, it's a mad thing. It's a mad thing. People are saying Reece is quicker now anyway.
Yeah. I don't know who's quicker. They're just both very slow.
I don't know if I'm I genuinely don't know. But no, listen, people, bless up as always. Big up each and every time. It is the Monday night show. We're gonna sign off here. Hope you enjoyed the show. Like I said, stay tuned to the socials. We'll be back either tomorrow or Wednesday or Thursday, but most likely we'll be either tomorrow or Wednesday. So stay tuned. And yeah, man. Big up to everyone that was able to join us. And guys, you want to say anything before we set the people up?
No, just bless up to everyone.
Love to you. Everyone, man. Love as always.
Indeed. Now, bless up to the chat each and every time. You know, time it is legends and all that. You know what I mean? So big up to you guys. But yeah, man, it's Team Kop-Ish. We out, people. It's another Monday night show. We see you again in a bit. Love, people. Love.
Peace.